still definitely caught magic missile in the face.
I thought
So
it was
did Ivan.
fire-based damage.
Listen.
Actually, you're right.
Technically,
It is.
technically a scorching ray.
So you resisted. You're gonna take vengeance upon him for giving you damage that you are resistant
He's gonna
to?
take vengeance on him.
He made me angry.
For knocking me out.
Yeah.
I mean, I was gonna send him a card. I mean,
Don't let him bring you down.
Oh.
If you show weakness, there's blood in the water.
as I recall it, milady, I said to rub, tough it up, and you bounced right back up. So, did he really knock you out? I mean, he knocked you down, and from where I was sitting, you literally bounced.
But you got up again. He's never going to keep you down.
Oh my god.
Everyone
Yeah.
drink.
Someone
And the vodka
fucking
drink.
save me.
And I get knocked out.
Technically, it was a dog, I think, that knocked you down, too. So, Stump fell in a hole. Things were looted. I don't even
No,
remember.
we haven't looted anything yet.
You looted out of the way some stuff.
I looted the plate mail off that draconian guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was in horrible shape, needing
His
1,000
plates
gold.
of chain.
His plate of chain.
So, now you're standing in Obsidian's workroom.
It wasn't plate mail. It was a plated meal. We're in the kitchen.
Some of you looking a little worse for wear. Alex having a bite mark on the arm that looks kind of black. And
So
foamy.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
I have a
It's
black and foamy
fine.
white.
I'm gonna do the marksman thing where like you clear your area
Okay.
before you sheath.
I'm
I'm sure the rest of your group is fully aware of this and really like on board.
So you're marksman clearing the room with a glaive?
Yes.
Have you never watched a marksmanship video?
I think Stump needs to make a deck save if you're doing
Do you have that stance too?
Like, all right, I need to introduce you folks
Oh
to
my
like
gosh.
the
Oh my
wild
gosh.
world.
Elspeth
of,
is going through stuff.
I watched
Yeah, I know,
a
poor
gun
Elspeth
game show.
killed
It
like
was
a
great.
dozen people.
Yeah.
Elspeth is taking 20 minutes to sketch this thing on the floor before Tab tells us it's nothing.
Yeah.
It just came with the map.
Well, it did come with a map.
I am going to heal.
Literally everything came with a map.
So Khalid is going over to Alex, and he's going to inspect the wound.
This black foamy wound doesn't look very good.
Alex must be proficient in medicine.
Fortunately, we have someone who is proficient in medicine, but also proficient in being distracted by books.
Yeah.
Who's not paying attention at all right now.
I know
Elspeth,
she is too busy stressing about all the people she killed.
And Merkin just puts it in his pipe and smokes it.
Hey,
Yes.
go to bed.
really?
Go.
He lost 10 minutes.
Go.
You lost 10 minutes, dude.
Of your life.
Be sad.
Teddy, come on. Don't make him cry.
You guys need to do
Listen.
the empty box goes in the fireplace trick for Christmas
Seriously.
presents.
Yeah.
They're so hyper after all the candy.
Well, he
and
napped,
everything.
so it's what's killing us right now.
Yeah. Okay.
That was a mistake.
And now he's crying. He's crying.
Good.
Good job, Dad.
I'll be sad.
Well, as long as he's crying in the other room, right?
He is obeying though. He did go and be sad.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Alright, what we doing?
Elspeth, you might want to look at this.
Just like looking through things, not even looking up.
Okay, so for the room, this mainly the tables are full. It's are you proficient in alchemy, kit?
I am not.
It's a very fancy looking alchemy kit.
Okay.
There's
Well, snag it
beakers, there's
anyway.
burners, there's little things and bubbling and
I mean, it might be worth something anyway. May as well get it.
Okay. So most of the room seems done up alchemically.
yes, it's basically his alchemical workroom. It looks like.
Go help that baby. You made him cry, and now he's just sitting in the hall crying.
He shouldn't have been doing what he was doing.
Go put him to bed
All right.
while I search the room.
So I'm gonna, before I walk away, are you serious right now?
Baby, his toy broke.
Oh
That's why
no!
he's upset.
He's supposed to be in bed sleeping.
Okay, I will.
He's in bed breaking his toys.
I will work on fixing it, okay? You need to go to bed though, okay? Do you want a beddy hug?
Where is Bunny?
She's here. She was eating him.
Oh my god. Oh no.
You need to take that baby to bed. You need to give him a hug and make him feel better.
Oh my god.
You're a monster.
You are terrible. Why did you pinch him? That's so not nice.
Oh, buddy.
Okay. Listen, look at me. Look at me though. You really have to go to bed.
You don't have to sleep, but you have to be in bed.
Yes.
Why don't you go read a book?
Sweetheart, do you want to lose more screen time? You have to go to bed. Okay? I'm so sorry, but you are going to lose more screen time if you don't go. Get water and go. Then go. You have to go and wait then, and that's going to be
Is this
a
how
long
your bedtime
time.
was, Felix?
5,
I don't think he's listening.
4.
I knew you.
Okay.
3.
No.
Okay. Anyway.
Oh my
Alright.
gravy.
I'm gonna
Good
heal.
night.
I'm gonna heal Alice real quick. I'm gonna go take care of the job.
Thank you so
Alright.
much, Willie.
Roll healing. Wow, nice.
Woo.
Okay.
Woo.
Okay. Thank you.
This
you,
is
thank you.
better. Does that take care of the black wound? The black foamy wound? My arm?
It closes up. You still see, you know, a bit of an outline of it.
Okay.
It's
I'm up to a grand
Darkened.
11 points. How many hit points did you end up with after you leveled, Felix?
Like my max hit points?
Yeah.
21.
I have more than everybody.
she's so proud of it.
I rolled
The
a
rogue
three.
tank. It's actually kind of a cool character.
How many hit points do you have, Leah?
27.
Oh man, you got more than me too, but I've got more than Stump.
Wow. How did you get more than
I rolled like a 6 last time.
Oh my god, you're rolling.
Yeah. It's about the adventure. Okay, so anyway, lots of alchemy stuff.
Okay, so are y'all? We may want to wait on.
Oh, I
Connor,
want to
guess,
shake this room down.
but Are y'all just stopping here and just searching the room?
Yeah, Elspeth
yes.
is.
Okay, so to start off with, the east. I don't know if you can see that it's a door, but this
Do you
eastern
want us
thing
to
here where
roll
Stump's standing.
anything?
Oh god, you
Not
put,
if you're just taking your time and doing it. I mean,
you put
Okay.
Stump next to a door. You're a jerk.
yeah. Stump is standing by door. The door is locked.
Okay.
Okay, just guard the door. We gotta look for through this stuff.
Is this lock designed to actually be sturdy, or is this something that could be broken by methods
excuse me.
discussed in the past?
Yeah. I mean, it looks to be a new lock.
Okay, so I'm not going to be able to break it with shape water.
You can try.
Or you could wait until we're finished investigating this room and getting everything we can carry, and then I'll pick the lock. How about that?
I mean, you go about your business, milady.
So
I'm just saying, I could probably make quick work of that lock.
Perhaps
I opened the door.
it's locked.
It's locked.
he kicks down the door.
I put my shoulder into it.
Roll a strength check, I guess.
You better crit this.
You run into it pretty solidly. You can hear it crack and kind of give a little, but it's a pretty sturdy door.
How much bludgeoning damage did he take?
Stump didn't take damage.
Are the cracks in the door visible?
No, I mean it's just kind of bowing in a little while he runs it into it, but it doesn't seem to give. That
I'm
much.
desperately trying to use shape water here, Tab. Work with me.
But as we're looking through the room, you find the alchemy kit.
Okay.
Obviously,
Right.
that's
We're gonna
majority of the tables. Are,
wait.
pretty
Somebody
ornate.
we should be writing this down. Hold on.
Okay, so the alchemy kit is an alchemy kit. You're not gonna stick that in your pocket.
Yeah.
We can't take anything from it.
I mean, you can take this from it. You want to steal some beakers and crap, but this looks like he's like somebody spent some money on this kit. It's like ornate and engraved, and
So we
Is
can't like
it-
pack it up and take it with us?
hey, you can pack it up and take you with it, but it's a bulky thing.
Is there
It's not
any,
like going in your backpack.
Is there anything like actively in any of it?
You can kind of see if you follow it along there. There's a little like distillation system or something, which ends as an empty burner stand.
Okay.
So that's a
So
part that's missing.
He escaped with the secret formula for Coca-Cola.
You also find a stand of potions.
Okay.
Ooh.
Uh,
Do we recognize any of them?
3 of them are healing potions.
Ooh.
Then there is a white potion, a green potion, and a red potion.
The healing potions, are they standard?
Yeah, just healing potions.
So
Okay,
if
and
you
then
taught me anything, it's a bless potion, a poison potion, and a dex potion.
There's one red, one green, and one blue?
White.
White.
There's also in a kind of fancy stand a pretty large pearl. It's kind of centrally located on a table.
Okay.
Taking that.
You should let the people with Arcana skill look at the orb before you
we
touch
could
it.
definitely. Well, okay. Let you look at the pearl then.
I'm just gonna make the Arcana roll.
You're checking out the pearl?
Yeah, the giant creepy pearl.
Sure.
I'm checking it out.
I mean, not giant. I mean, it's just sizable. You know,
So how many millimeters?
I'm a halfling. It's giant.
73. I don't know.
I mean, pearls are in.
Oops. Ignore that.
Okay.
Maybe Elspeth should also look at this pearl.
That was totally an accident. Hint, hint. No, just
It's a pearl.
okay.
Can Elspeth also do an Arcana check? on the
Sure,
pearl?
Elspeth can also do an Arcana check.
Okay, Arcana check. Derp. Does
Does
she
anything
pick it
feel
up?
off about this before we tuck it in our pocket and
Actually,
run off with it?
first, I'm going to go on and do my free detect magic of the day.
Ooh.
Okay.
Does the pearl light up or anything?
No.
Okay.
Does anything else in the room light up?
Where are you looking? Can you link me detect magic?
Sure. She's actually going to look at the pearl and she's going to tell Alex, you know, it is not so unusual to have these sorts of things as reagents. So.
It looks to be worth about 100 gold.
Oh, but it is very useful.
Yes, absolutely. Well, if that can be used for your spells,
That's 30
or
feet. Alright, 30,
for Merkin
30,
spells,
30,
definitely
30.
tuck that away.
Alright,
I'm just
so...
Guys, I'm just gonna mark down what we're finding, and then we can
That's
figure
fine.
out who's gonna get it later or whatever.
You don't see or feel any more magic
What's
in
worth
that
100
room.
gold?
We're just searching.
What is it?
A pearl.
Okay.
It's the curse of the black pearl.
No, I think
You
it's white.
do sense magic from the south, the room you came from, and behind the door. Locked door.
She
Okay.
immediately points toward the door like an Irish setter.
Okay.
So in the room
Let's see.
where we left. Is
Since
that right?
I have 10 minutes, I'm going to just like kind of walk around and make sure that there aren't any. So I know that we saw like the alchemy kit. She's just looking for notes, anything written that might legible clues. Yes.
Wait, did he just give you a pearl worth 100 gold that happens to be the
I
component to the...
found nobody gave us anything and may have accidentally
You
clicked
found
identify.
a pearl worth 100 gold at a mage's workshop who might have been used it for the exact same spell.
Ooh, what is that used for, Casta?
I can identify stuff now.
Identify.
Alright.
I would like
Yeah.
to also look at the papers and books on the tables and
If
things
there's
like that.
anything.
There are no
Okay.
books or any papers
In
on the table.
that
Go into
case,
the room to the
There's
south
no-
first and
Yes.
see what's
Nothing
going.
written
Wait,
down.
there's a room right... Is that a
hold
door?
on. Hold on. There's
It's locked.
something south that's glowing. In that case, I'm going to first look into the southern room and make sure nobody's there.
Yeah,
I'll
it's clear.
follow
Okay.
Alex.
Are we not going to
Just-
pick this lock?
Well, hold on. There's
We'll
something
come back
magical
for it.
down here.
We left something behind
Okay.
that's magic.
So the great sword that the Dragonborn was wielding is magic.
Oh, okay. She's gonna point that out and go on. There is a magical element to
Did he-
this
He said glaive, right?
great sword.
No.
Yeah, glaive sword.
Glaive sword. Okay.
Maybe we can lash it to a stick.
So I am going to remove the sword from the dead Dragonborn's body.
Okay.
Is there anything else in here?
Not magical in there.
Okay.
Nothing magical. So that is the only magical thing in here.
In that room.
Yes, but up here there is something in the other room.
Where?
Back where we came. And she's gonna head
Okay.
back over towards Stump's door, which is where.
Is Stump trying to
other
break it?
stuff, right?
Oh, it's
I'm
through
gonna-
this. Is it
I'm gonna
through
try
this
to
door?
break that lock with my iron skillet.
No, no, Stump. I'll pick the lock. I'll
Are you
pick the
standing
lock.
hitting it with an iron skillet?
Yeah.
Roll an attack.
Oh my god.
I believe in you.
Just with like your mace or something.
Just so we're clear, our 18 passive perception person is standing next to the door.
Roll damage.
He has. Here's the damage roll for the frying pan on the sheet.
So you hit the kind of lock mechanism. You dent it pretty good, but it doesn't open the door.
I wince
have a
visibly. How loud was that?
How many?
I mean, it's metal. It's cast iron against metal.
It's no more loud than when I set off the rock trap. Calm your panties.
May I have a try?
Dump hands her the frying
Uh,
pan.
I do hand her the frying pan.
That's
I
amazing.
deny it. Thank you, Stump, but I won't need that. I'm gonna try to pick the lock.
All right. It is kind of half broken, dented, a little bent in.
Okay,
You're welcome.
and I'm gonna roll.
Roll thieves tool if you got them.
Grabbing a drink real quick. Don't do anything funny.
21.
And it takes you a few, like a minute or so, but you get it open.
Okay.
Click, click.
All right. I'm going to step back from the door because I'm damaged. There you
All
go.
right.
Barely.
I open the door.
Really?
I only have 11 hit
oh, wait.
points.
I still have that.
I have 6 right now.
Oh. Well, that's not good. We found 3 healing potions.
Oh, jeez. What do we see?
You see a bedroom.
Oh.
Let's see.
What kind of sheets does he have?
He has furs.
Is there anybody in this room?
Stump and Khalid. So there's a desk, work desk is covered with a couple of papers. There's
I'm on it.
like a ornate box, and there is a book closed,
I also would
pretty
like-
fancy.
Okay.
Next, can you let me finish? Next to the desk is a small kind of metal, almost gilded chest-looking thing, smaller. There's also a let's see, what else was there?
Hello, Elijah.
Oh, that's it for desk.
Aww.
Where is Honey?
She's here.
Okay. I'm interested in the book.
She's just kind of stressed.
Understandably, her morning sounded crappy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did.
God, there's not a child listening anymore.
I said crappy.
So what were you doing?
I'm looking at the book.
All right.
I also want to look at that. What language is it in?
I turn away from Lex.
It's in common.
It's
Well,
in
actually-
common?
Part of it is in common. Part of it looks almost like a cipher.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh.
Oh, Dad's all fancy. Okay.
He actually generated that 3D image himself.
Yes, I drew it. I had to learn Blender for this.
So we just basically gave Elfset a book entitled "How to Make Horrible Monsters."
So there's like this personal notes in common, kind of interspersed between, almost cipher-ish, almost like some kind of formula-looking things that she has written down.
Okay.
She can't really make sense out of.
Okay.
Can I make any sense out of it?
I mean, if
I think it'd take time.
somebody wants to make like intelligence check to try and figure it out, they can. But
I'll try.
Oh my god!
yeah, give it the stump.
I
Can someone do something to give him advantage on this roll?
I would like to do an intelligence check. That's just a straight intelligence check, right?
Well, I think technically Elspeth is hogging the book at the moment.
I'm definitely huddling in the corner. So,
Back.
Is there
Back,
anything
you.
else on this desk? Is there anything else on this desk, or
There's also like a box.
I'm gonna check out that box.
Okay.
It's a
I'm gonna
box of bees.
I'm gonna look at it. Can I check it for traps or anything that seems
Sure
out
you
of the way
can.
without touching it, or
Sure.
I just want to get a good look at it.
I think our child is talking to me. What?
So do I need to roll for that, or what do I need to do?
Roll investigation.
Investigation? Of course. Yeah, it's not too bad. 13.
You don't really see anything special about it. It's a kind of a wooden box with a few carvings and stuff. Kind of like
Does it have any-
almost like a keepsake box.
Does it
Does it have a
open?
lock or anything on it?
No, it's a sliding
It's like a little latch.
lid. Yeah. No, only just like the top slides off it.
so Elspeth is going to kind of motion Khalid over.
Could someone take a look
Mhm,
at
these over
this
there.
box real quick before I touch it
And she's
and make
gonna,
sure there's nothing
like, open
bad
up.
about it?
Did you get the journal?
Yes, I'm reading it right now.
Okay. She's going to kind of lean
I
over.
should say that Elspeth, I don't know if she's paying attention. She still have to take magic growing that box that Alex is investigating.
She's
The
totally,
box itself is not magic, but you can tell magic is coming from it.
She's totally not paying attention.
So Khalid is going to accept the book and start paging through,
She's,
Okay.
his face growing more and more solemn as he reads
She's
through.
going to point out things that she sped read through to him.
Could somebody excuse me before I touch this box and perhaps unset something or undo something or let something out? Does somebody want to take a sniff at it? And I'm
Stump
gonna
will
point
sniff at
very
the box. and try to
obviously
open it.
at the box.
It smells like a very fine cedar.
That's what you make closets out of, guys.
Appa, what do you want?
Literally, no.
Elspeth's like,
I love you.
You don't even have the book anymore.
Khalid is
no,
gonna.
she's like got it over with Khalid, and she's pointing out to him the things that she's come across. Mostly
I'm gonna
that.
look pointedly at Merkin.
I'm sure this isn't going to be a huge disaster that we'll regret.
I'm gonna slide the box open since nobody's gonna pay any attention to me, and we're gonna hope that I don't unleash hell on this room.
For the
Alright.
record, Stump was going to help you.
So inside
All you
there,
did was smell it.
let me see. Inside there is.
You take 2 seconds to think about going through a door, and
It
here
was a
comes
mimic.
Stop barreling
You
through.
I didn't actually write this down, but you find
5
a
minutes.
stack of papers. Each one has like a little rune carved in the corner of each, and there's a blue gem.
Oh, all right. I take the tip of my dagger and kind of poke through the box a little bit.
So Elspeth finally looks up and goes,
That's it.
whatever is in there, there is some magical element. And then looks back at
Can I take the gem and give it a once over with my Arcana skill?
Sure.
Eventually, I've got to roll a number
How many
higher than 7.
how many papers with runes on them were there?
11.
11 papers, and there's a rune at the top corner of each.
Each every corner of them has a little like a rune written on it. Otherwise, they're blank. Yeah, you can. The gem is definitely magic.
Go get him and go to bed.
I'm gonna
Are all
very
the runes the
carefully take off
Yes,
my
they're all the same.
neckerchief and wrap the gem in my neckerchief and gingerly carry it over to Elsa.
Okay.
Are all the runes different?
No, they're all the same.
It's his stationery. You found his stationery. From the desk of obsidian is what that rune stands for.
Apparently.
Okay.
And one blue gem.
Which is magic, and I'm bringing it over to Elspeth so that she can, like, poke
One.
it.
Is Elspeth looking at the box yet?
No, but I mean, if Merkin like
Okay.
sticks the stone under her nose, she'll come back to
All right,
consciousness.
It's magic.
The box is magic.
No, the gem's just under her nose is magic.
There is something to this.
Well, yeah, I could have told you that. In
Well,
fact,
then
I
what
was
is your
actually
question?
trying to.
You are you are more formally trained than I am, aren't you?
My specialty is in the redistribution of things, usually in concussive.
Okay. I cast. Oh yeah, I've got the pearl, right? So I cast identify.
But as a ritual?
No, just for fun.
No, do it as a ritual.
Do it as a
So-
ritual.
I have to
this
wait.
spell's-
It'll take 10 minutes, and then I'll lose my
11.
detect magic on anything else.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm just gonna flat out cast it.
Oh
Okay,
man.
that still takes a minute.
Oh, well.
Quick, sprint
So-
to the rest of the cave.
I say,
Huh?
let me finish reading, and then I will take a look at this.
There's a camera.
Khalid's gonna finally look up from.
So Khalid, find anything interesting in the book?
You can't see you.
Wait, I can't hear.
So-
Aunt Mel is in here. Oh my god.
Hi!
Can I do an intelligence check to see if I have any hope of like deciphering the cipher?
In the book?
Yeah, I mean, I imagine it'll take time, but like,
Seriously?
okay.
Yeah,
If I
really.
don't get enough trolling from you guys, I'm gonna get it from her too.
Yeah, good.
Oh,
I say
that
that.
was with
Wait,
a
wait.
+6.
That was a save. That was not an
Oh
appropriate roll.
wait.
So you're just like a 10.
Yeah.
Probably.
Oh.
Oh my god, I
Yeah.
did not treat her bad.
She treats
It's
us
okay.
good, too. Don't
We're
worry
used
about
to it too.
Oh my god, there's like, we understand, we feel your pain.
Hey Aunt Mel, can she ever can for you? Because for us, she can't even.
I am not, I don't
So-
like a few people.
You can discern, like, some of it just looks like almost like mathematical formulas. Some of it looks like, just gobbledygooks without any, like, real reference
Okay.
or some
Um,
kind of
I'm gonna.
context. Probably not.
Skyrim has taught me everything. What she needs to do is go in the other room and lick each of the ingredients.
Khalid is Elspeth like waiting to get the book back?
No,
Is
no,
there
I,
anything
I thought that they were like both
reading
like
together? Okay.
flipping through it, and she was pointing out the places where she saw like that the mayor was implicated and that the goblins were working with them, and she was
So-
she sped read and then she gave him the cliff
Yeah.
notes.
Well, Khalid's
the
gonna
rune
look
on-
up.
The rune on those pages means "Dear Diary," apparently.
Yeah. Khalid's gonna look up and sigh and said, "Well, we'll have to go back and take care of the mayor." It looks like.
Take care of. Why do I think that means we're not cooking them breakfast?
Well, no, but I mean, I feel like we're going to have to depose him and put somebody, and somebody else is going to need to take the reins on this town and bring it back under control.
You
Clearly.
think the town needs reins? Typical noble brat.
No, the town needs adequate leadership who is not going to sell its people into slavery. I don't understand what is so. I don't understand why everybody is so against that.
Nope, I agree completely with that.
Yes. Nothing was better for this town than someone being in charge. That worked out wonderfully for them.
Okay.
Oh my god, is everybody in the party but me and Khalid
Communist.
Whoa. Who thinks that having a central strongman in charge is not communist?
Philosopher King.
So, we did I know there were 2 boxes, right? One on the desk and one beside the desk. Have we looked at both of those?
Yeah, there's a box on the desk, and there's like a little metal chest up next to the desk.
Okay.
Ooh, I'm gonna go look at the little chest.
I think
is
I
it
was.
locked?
It's locked.
It's locked. Okay. Too bad.
I should say Elspeth, since at some point probably the papers in the box also seem magical.
Okay.
There's scrolls.
The papers with the runes
Yes.
that were blank, that were just like his stationery. Oh, I've already tucked them away.
Never mind. You don't know the trick. Alex stole them all.
Alex, this might be a good time, now that
She
you know
still
out of
has
character,
detect magic.
to share that
She has
shit.
detect magic, so
Yeah,
her
so
pocket
she
would
knows
be cool.
where they.
There is
Yeah, I
something in Alex's bag that is glowing as well.
It's just the sheets of paper that nobody else was interested in. They just have a little marking in the corner.
You may want to let someone with more magical inclinations take a look at that. The last thing you want is to
Yeah.
turn into a large, black, oozing dog.
Indeed. But these papers seem fairly harmless at the moment, and I tried to get people to look at it like 3 or 4 times, and nobody wanted to. So, I mean,
Well, respectfully,
but-
we were reading about the goings-ons of the town. Would you like to take a look?
I would. I'll be glad to trade.
This
And I hand the
Is
papers
it-
over.
exactly a trade. This is more of a sharing
I'll
of
take
knowledge
that
and
now.
material.
And I'm gonna pluck the book out of his hand.
Evenly
But I'm
between
gonna-
everybody, distributing.
Right.
amongst
Yeah,
the
let's
party.
divide the book into even parts.
So Elspeth is gonna kind of peek at the rune papers and then look at Merkin, like, would you like to take a look first?
I'm gonna flip through this journal. Hit the high points.
Maybe do an intelligence check to see if you understand the cipher.
Yes.
Ooh, yes, I did it. Did I do
Surely
an
one of
intelligence
us
check?
will roll more than a set.
No.
I need to do an intelligence.
Can I,
Intelligence, I just hit intelligence, right?
Yes.
Yes.
with
I
the,
don't know how well it's gonna go.
I'm busy, unless this is really important, you need to
Nope.
You don't. This even some of the letters you don't recognize.
This must be in a
Okay,
language
I
I
will.
don't know, and I know a lot of
Go get
languages.
it back.
He's not giving it back.
Tell him mommy said to give it. Okay. Okay, so the papers, do I recognize anything about the runes?
Roll an Arcana check.
That's my name. Okay, sorry.
Arcana. You do Jesus.
Oh, I did a good roll for once.
That was
Because I don't know
amazing.
jack about the cipher.
So the runes seem like one of the runes seems to be associated with like air or light, and one's kind of more towards life. And if you
Okay.
want to know more, you're gonna have to cast Identify on it. If you want.
Okay. These are, they definitely appear to have some kind of magical element, but I think that I would need more time with them to really understand the full extent. Unless you have something that you might offer, Merkin.
Oh no, you want to mess with the unknown runes? That's oh,
That's okie dokie with him.
I just don't wish to overstep my bounds. I realize you have more experience with this sort of thing.
again, I have more practical experience. Ever tell you about a
Really?
chicken coop?
No, but it is a very interesting story. I would like to hear it sometime, I think.
It was very loud. It was
So, Liam, are you opening that chest?
I don't know. Nobody's asked me to.
Oh, now
And
she's
And
not gonna
nobody
answer.
will.
You have to be invited.
Well, I mean,
Is there anything magical in it? Like, is there any aura around the chest?
World's only
Okay.
rogue that asks for permission to open the lock chest.
well, I'm going unappreciated and I don't like it. So
Alright. I poke around the
That's
rest of the
insulting.
room just to see if there's anything.
No, it's just the things you found.
Okay.
The sword. Somebody took.
can I check this chest out for traps or anything weird about it?
Sure, roll an investigation check.
What does it look like? Does it look like a
Looks
box?
like a strong box. No, you don't. No, it's locked. It's pretty. Seems pretty, immaculate as far as new. But other than that,
And
nothing
no magic's
special about
coming
it.
through.
No.
All right, I'm gonna quietly, while everybody else is poking around the room, unlock the little.
Okay, give me a thief, whatever roll.
Yep. Ooh.
It's not so quiet, and it takes you a while. Probably about 5 minutes to figure it out.
Okay.
Just while you're working on it. But you get it unlocked out eventually. But it's pretty clear to everybody around there that you are opening it.
Yeah, I got it. What's in it?
Coin.
Oh, just coin. How much coin?
A lot of coin.
Could you give me?
Are you gonna pull it out and count it?
Can you just give me a rough number?
It looks to be a few thousand coins.
So the box is full.
Yes.
Okay. This is a box of coin. I would guess that this is probably what the townspeople have been paying toward these mercenaries protecting the town.
Also on top there's a stack of rubies and bloodstones.
I would like to first. I would like to, while I'm explaining what all this stuff is, pocket some of that gold and the gems.
Sure. Roll a sleight of hand, I guess. With disadvantage, because everybody's probably looking at you.
Well, no, if I'm talking and distracting them and pointing out, So you still want me to do it with a disadvantage?
Yes, because you made a lot of noise opening that box, and I imagine people are
I'm
fully aware that you opened that thing of coin.
I know. I'm talking to them and telling them what's in it, literally, to distract them from what I'm doing. But okay.
Are you saying by talking and drawing your attention to them, you are distracting them from what you are doing?
Because they're talking to me, but that's fine.
Okay. Yeah, you get a hand in there, grab a handful. There's some rubies there you grab. About 6, 7 of them. Stick in your pocket. I think everybody sees it.
Yeah.
What just
Got it.
happened?
Nothing.
Alex is stealing.
Alex opened up a chest of coins and attempted to smuggle some.
Khalid is gonna just stare her down when she does this.
Hey, should we go check on them?
Alex is less
Okay,
than
I'm
impressed.
sorry.
Alex,
I think it's a small price to pay for our deliverance of their town.
Alex.
Yes.
Well, I understand that you are operating by the I found it and no one was around principle. That's not yours.
I think
No, it
it's
was
very
very-
obvious that it's towards the party.
It's for what? I couldn't hear because Castor was.
I'm sorry.
For the party. And I agree. Stump, come and get some.
The source of that is what I'm more concerned about.
Well, I'm not suggesting that we take it all. Because that would be ridiculous.
If you would like to negotiate a reward with the townspeople or their new leadership, I think that would make more sense than walking away with all of their gold.
What makes you think this belongs to the townsfolk?
We're in the fortress of a mercenary group funded exclusively by the township.
It seems to belong to their leader.
Who likely was the one collecting the money.
Sounds like ours now.
Stump.
There's an old saying I used to hear: finders keepers, losers weepers.
I'm gonna nod at Stump. Very good. That is usually the method by which I live my entire life.
Most rich people do.
I'm a bit
And Elspeth's like, this is one of the wisest things he has said all day.
I'm a bit disappointed in you, Stump. I didn't expect that we would be opposed in these thoughts.
Well, certainly we'd give some to the church like it belonged.
Well, I do not intend to keep any secret of where their gold has gone off to, Alex.
Yes, and I'm sure that they will rush to get it back from the 5 individuals or 6 individuals. Sorry, forgot about you there. The 6 individuals that single-handedly took out all the mercenaries and the scary guy in the cloak.
Yeah. You're not good for me. And I'm gonna toss the stuff back in the box.
Khalid is going to take the box, tuck it, like, if there's any, like, I don't know, I guess, is there a smaller fur that he can wrap it in so he can stick it in his
Yeah,
pack?
I mean, there's like a stack of furs in the bed. There's like several.
No, I want to check those furs.
Who can assess the value of furs?
Well, I more meant to make sure they weren't, like, questionable.
Yes, another 2-headed dog just hiding there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Chihuahua!
Yeah.
So he's going to wrap it in a small fur and tuck it into his pack.
It's heavy.
Yeah, his really large rucksack.
You maybe take the coins and ditch the metal box. That would probably make it light.
I mean, is it heavy enough that I'm uncomfortable about moving around?
I don't know. What do we? How much?
Also-
what do we say coins weigh?
What has Alex been doing with this great sword that she's carrying around?
I don't know. She stuck it on herself.
Yeah, I just
50
I
coins
just
weigh a
sort of-
pound. So this box is probably about 40 pounds.
Khalid, as you go over to get the box, Elspeth's going to reach out for the journal and the rune papers. Like to take them back from you because you had them last.
Wait, what?
As you go to pick up the box, Elspeth's going to reach out like for the journal and rune papers because you were holding them last.
Oh, okay, I didn't know it was holding.
Yeah, she's going to tuck those
Yeah,
in her
those
bag.
for the ruined papers, anything, or are they just scroll?
Yeah, there's something, but we don't know what exactly yet.
Okay.
So the box is about 40 pounds, maybe.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold out the
think
sword.
that
Does
should be
anybody
fine.
here need something like this? Or would use something like this?
What is like this?
The sword.
I suppose I could use it. Stump, could you use something like that?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Yep.
You're not a swordsman then.
He's more of a smash than a slash.
There is a
Much.
quality to it that I don't know yet, but once we have it,
Cursed sword! Cursed sword!
once we have a chance to see it for a while, I can likely decipher.
Sounds good.
I suppose I could look at it. It's not really my preferred weapon.
Well,
it's
perhaps,
definitely not mine.
Perhaps your mind
He's
will
crying
change
about his feet right now.
once we know what element it has to it.
It's definitely not my type of weapon. But perhaps, even if it is not any of our preferred, we could perhaps trade it for something that is useful for one of us.
Mm-hmm.
New drinking game. whenever she says perhaps.
Perhaps. I'm sure we could sell it if nothing else.
Indeed. Is there anything else to find in this room?
You seem to have been pretty good at finding any secret doors. Do you notice anything?
Oh yeah. Would you like me to make a little check around the room?
Sure.
I'm gonna knock on some walls, tap on some walls.
Who's
things
there?
Like that.
Roll a perception check, I guess. Don't you have advantage on those?
Yep. 22.
Yeah, you don't find anything.
No doors here.
Okay. Well, there's still that room further down that we didn't look at. Do we want to?
Well, I think we should definitely clear this place out. If there's any of those hawks left, we need to let them know that they have been relieved of duty.
Where's Stump going?
Well, he's just going.
He's so over.
Stump is leaving.
I'm going
I should probably remind y'all you didn't loot anything in there.
What do you mean?
In the room Stump's in.
Oh, here. Yeah.
What?
I'm gonna look around for
totally
anything lootable.
What do you say, Felix?
Totally checking these guys' pockets.
Yeah.
Alright. So, y'all interrupted them gambling.
Ooh, so there's some coin on the table.
So
then.
there is a stack of coin and gems on the table. So, as y'all go through pockets, you find total from the table and the bodies 43 gold, 55 silver, and 75 copper. You find a stack of rubies and a stack of garnets, which I'm just going to give you a gold value for, because it's 55 gold of rubies and 35 gold of garnets.
What was the garnets?
35 gold.
35. Okay. Anything else?
Let me see.
Perhaps you should put
Any-
these.
Interesting
Actually,
weapons or armor on
Well,
the...
Dragonborn, since you didn't forgot you actually used his sword, the Dragonborn wool has 24 gold on it.
Okay. So,
The dog does not carry gold. Just a big black, slightly foamy puddle of dark
be
blood.
sure to put that gold and those rubies right there in that chest, because you know they got it from there.
If that's what you'd recommend, I was actually going to keep this aside to split because you were so kind to the townspeople, Alex.
But isn't this their gold too? I mean, it's definitely not ours.
Why is it?
It is.
Oh, you shut that door. So that one.
I
is
would
indeed.
like to make a motion. The motion that Alex and Khalid have nothing to do with our money.
I'm
So-
not
so
sure what Alex is trying to get at
Elspeth-
other than being obnoxious, but
Elspeth is going to go over to Stump and be like, no, this is good. So long as they fight with each other, they will ignore us.
Good point.
Alex is very exasperated.
I don't know why.
Why? You don't know why? She's
I do not.
exasperated. Oh.
Elspeth follows Stump.
Oh, I'm gonna follow
Okay.
some too.
I don't even know where he is. Oh, wait, because I'm blind. Never mind. I found him. I
Where
run
did you go?
smack into his back.
Where did y'all go?
Oh yeah, you had light on the bird, and the bird is.
Yep.
did
so
you go?
I literally just face plant into Stump's lower
Is
back.
anybody listening to me? Where did y'all go?
Down into the hallway.
The one with the stairs we haven't been down yet?
There's like a southern entrance that we didn't go
There's a
into.
door, yeah.
That we came in.
No.
Past that. Keep going.
How do you manage to get lost?
Because y'all moved without saying you were gonna move.
Because only you and Stump have dark vision.
Uh.
Merkin's leaving.
Apparently.
I have no idea where anyone is.
How the fuck did you? Why are you there?
Welcome to my world.
Well, maybe stay with the group.
But so, look, do you see where I am?
Elspeth cast light, but apparently she doesn't like to.
Cast light, please. Dear God.
I cast light on
A rock and just carry it around.
Yeah.
On Merkin's pipe.
Yes.
On Merkin's pipe is perfect.
On Merkin's pipe.
I cast on Morgan's
All
pipe.
right, now I'm leaving.
I'm going to listen at the door.
Let me see. 20.
I can't see.
40.
Oh my
Hold
gosh.
on.
Chill the fuck out.
Somebody move Merkin down here so we can see. Is that door locked?
Oh, look, guys, there's a
No,
door.
it's not locked.
Maisie
I
opens
would-
the door.
I would also like to listen at the door.
You don't hear anything.
I open it.
You find a sleeping quarter, which apparently has a bunch of skeletons. I just realized.
Oh shit.
What is? Oh, that's fish.
Yum.
Okay, that's not actually there.
Okay.
Okay, thank God. Because I was about to say this room is rank.
So there's about like 8 beds in there. There's it's kind of like the armory, but for their clothes, and they have clothes. There's a just hanging a rack of their cloaks they're using along one wall.
Are any of these cloaks halfling size?
No, they're all the same size.
Racist assholes.
Could do a lot with a pair of scissors, though.
Do I have a pair of scissors? Hold on. No.
I don't know. What year was scissors invented?
I mean, shears have been around for a long time.
Yeah, well, it's not a sheep.
Okay. We search the room.
All right. You take a few minutes searching a room, and that's what you find.
I'm just gonna tap around on the
Found
walls
some-
to make sure that there's no.
All right. You don't find anything.
Yeah.
I think I would.
I'm tired of this room already.
Yep.
There's
same.
some clothes. There's cloaks. There's there's like some dirty plates in the corner.
Okay.
It's basically where they've been sleeping. Majority of them.
So then that covers the only room I think we've noticed. We haven't been down that hallway
Which
or
hallway?
the stairs up back, but I imagine that leads to the main cavern.
I would say that I can understand why he thought that these mercenaries were smelling now.
Gonna wander up towards that stairway just to verify that it goes into the main cavern
All right.
because I can see in the dark.
Show off.
I'm gonna follow Merkin as close as I can.
Where's Honey?
Yeah, I see her somewhere.
She's following. She's
That's
just...
what we've missed. It's the glue that holds the party together is what we've missed here.
You have a ridiculous dark vision. I don't think that's set correctly.
It's out to 120 feet.
Is it?
I think so. It's dim.
It should be dim light. It looks like you're bright light.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. Maybe it's because the torches give dim light. I don't know. I'm sure it's great.
Whatever. I can see.
Okay, well, I think that I am going to. Have we come by the armory yet?
No, but we should probably go to the armory instead of leaving these people here.
Oh yeah, we need to go and tell the prison people we can let them out.
We do. Khalid is gonna work his way back to the place where we
I'm
locked
gonna-
the folks in.
What are you doing?
Pick up a few daggers.
Khalid is going to knock 3 times, as they
Yeah, you
agreed
tried.
upon.
times.
Hey, you're turned off if you're...
5
See?
times.
Honey's our lifesaver! Our glue is back!
Huh?
No, I'm not.
forgot.
There you go.
Hi.
Aw. And everyone's heart grew 3 sizes.
And everyone's heart grew 3 sizes. Yay. That's cute.
Okay, what's going on?
We're going to tell those people.
So I knocked 5 times because Cam has a better memory than Khalid, clearly. And then
Khalid just goes up and knocks a few times, and Cam comes after and like.
No,
That's
Khalid
monkey.
goes up and boom, 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 open up, it's the police!
Cam gives the last 2.
And then Khalid opens up the door slowly, and he kind of calls out, "It's me. It's safe."
All right.
He kind of
And
peers
you hear,
around the corner.
Hear Tavik from inside, like, "Come on in." I don't remember. I made a voice for Tavik if I ever had one, so that's his voice now.
I've been there.
So there are now 4 bodies laying in there.
4 bodies?
Yes, the 2 people you had, and there's 2 new ones. One that has 2 crossbow bolts in him, and one that has like a crossbow bolt in his shoulder, and then his throat is cut.
So he's gonna look
Are
down.
y'all okay?
Ayo. Merkin has to go over there or I can't see.
There's light in the room.
Oh, okay, good. Then I'm going over there.
Is everybody okay?
Tavik just kind of looks around and goes, "Yeah, we're fine. They were patrolling, I guess, checking in on us, and took him by surprise when he opened the door."
Khalid's gonna look over to the wife and nod approvingly in her direction.
Yeah.
And he's gonna look for whether it was the son or the daughter to see which one has the most shell-shocked expression on their face.
Probably a daughter. The boy is kind of like in front of her, like protectively, like still holding his dagger or sword or whatever you give him. It's like,
I'm sure there'll be no repercussions for arming children.
I was about their age when I started.
I
murdering
mean,
fools.
Fucking
guess-
merkin dudes.
I guess
it-
if it's gonna go up your butt, you gotta start a while back and give it
I'm-
time to work its way in there.
What?
pretty sure there's...
What? What?
Look at Tab, y'all. Tab is cracking up. Tab likes this stuff because he can be just so...
It's Merkin, Cag. You're just gonna have to deal with it.
I think it's Sezneg is what I have to deal with. But is there any indication between
100%
the
legit.
whose blade is bloodied in that room?
No, they're all. But you could ask.
He's gonna look at the boy and he's gonna look like nod at him and look to the man who has the bolt on the shoulder. Was it you?
He goes, points to the one that was laying there with 2, like he has points at he has a crossbow block right in his gut. It's like, did that one.
Well done.
I mean, Tavik was there. I'm sure Tavik is the one who actually killed I'm sure that one of the children did not kill a grown man.
Elspeth's gonna sigh and go outside.
I mean, that was out of character. That wasn't in character. I mean, I'm just saying. It makes the most sense.
Who has the?
Tavik's he's gonna walk up and just kind of look out the door where y'all are there. What's going on? Did they leave?
Well, the leader is dead.
Well,
The leader of the mercenaries, Vol.
Vol is dead.
Apparently, there was a secret leader that the rest of the town, wasn't even aware of.
There's
Oh,
a
But he
renegade
is left.
mage of sorts who managed to escape. He apparently goes by the name of Obsidian.
Tavik just kind of still kind of looks out the door. He kind of expects to see if anybody else kind of following you or something, but he looks kind of confused. But
I assure
they're gone.
you.
They left.
Well, I mean, I don't know if there's anyone left alive.
There might
Of
still
the
be.
of the Crimson Hawks, but I'm sure that they'll be delighted to hear that they've been relieved of duty.
There are likely still Crimson Hawks guarding the town. We can take care of them if we have to.
That
but
one's not going to be a problem.
there are clear
Someone
implications.
move me around like a mobile flashlight. I'll be back when I can.
Okay.
All right. Americans on mobile flashlight.
There are clear implications.
Oh, okay.
Flashlight.
Oh, I'm sorry, I misheard you.
Flashlight. Whose ass is it going into now? I just murdered Tab. There's clear evidence in this journal that suggests the mayor was
In collusion.
essentially absorbing the town funds through the mercenary guild in order to accommodate whatever their plans were. I believe Elspeth has the journal if you'd like to see it.
Tariq looks pretty surprised. It's like Ogden. I mean, he's not bright, but I didn't think he was that dumb. Do you have it? And he holds out his hand for the
Oh, yes.
We do.
book.
He's gonna. Khalid's gonna lean out the doorway. Elspeth, do you still have that journal?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
May I have it, please?
Why?
I'd like Tavik to read it. I think it's important for him to understand what he's dealing with.
We will be getting it back though, yes?
I would imagine so. We'll need it as evidence.
She takes it and she hands it over and she goes, please ensure that I am not finished with it yet, that we do see it returned.
So Khalid is gonna watch her for a moment, not upset or any, just kind of silent approval and agreement, and then he'll turn and
She doesn't read that at all.
Yeah, of course
She's
not.
just like, oh my god, why is he staring at me? She
What did
hands
he
it
do?
slowly backs away.
Khalid will open up the journal and leaf over to the reference to Ogden. And hand it
He
over
takes
to
it.
Tavik.
He takes it and kind of reads it for a few seconds in silence. There's a frown coming over his face.
I mean, I knew that was a
We need-
crooked man the moment I met him.
He's done good for the town, but not.
I thought he said that. I thought Tavik told
Oh my gosh.
Cam that he was a ne'er-do-well and he just didn't care about nothing but his own comfort.
You have to understand, we're a small town. We don't need much besides somebody to sign paperwork and stuff, which Ogden
was
has
very
delighted in. Hang on to that small measure of power, and he did good, but apparently it went to his head at some point. We're gonna have to take this to the town people. We're gonna have to talk. I have to get to Ogden.
I mean, I'm pretty sure at this point, seeing as how your neighbors have literally been sold into slavery due to all of this, that perhaps more than removing him from office is required.
Well, of course, if this is true, he's not welcome in Falkhaven anymore. I can't imagine. I mean, that's about all the justice we can dole out here. We're not.
There's
Also-
there's varying levels of justice that we can mete out if.
He'll just kind of look at Khalid like.
Khalid currently has
You've been
a
pretty much fighting for non-stop for like 3 days now. I imagine you don't look great, like covered in gore and blood and.
with a great
Cam
sword on my
prestidigitate
back and
herself.
That's true.
Cam,
Looks perfect.
Cam looks at Khalid and goes, ugh.
Like Khalid's just covered in blood and like.
Yeah, Cam will
Rip
walk
stuff.
over and poke him in the forehead as best as he can.
Who,
Hey,
who's he
bend
poking?
down here.
It's
Come
like-
here. Come closer. Come closer.
Wait, who's?
Come
I
closer.
don't know who she's talking to.
Cam's
You.
talking to you.
Khalid.
Okay. Khalid is definitely not going to lean close enough so that he can poke him in the forehead, but he will lean down.
Well, then she'll get his stomach, but then he'll be clean.
Oh,
Well,
Thank
it will
you.
take a few castings to get all of them clean. Because it's like an object. You'll have to do like,
Then she's gonna have a lot of
Torture
poking
and-
to do.
yeah, just tickle him in the belly for a while.
Yeah.
stop.
But Tariq's like, Tavik just looks kind of like,
Stand still, Tavik.
Stop.
Tavik just kind of looks like he's judging like the justice Khalid is dealing out.
Khalid is completely unmoved by the judgment.
Cam, do you mind a little freshen up here? By any chance, and I'm gonna look down because I've got a
Sucks,
little.
doesn't it?
We know what Cam's doing for the next few minutes.
Yeah.
So
Lay on hands.
I have a question. Well, they all
Yes.
like hang out and do that stuff. Elspeth wants to look at the undead bodies they left before and see if any of them have any of the same, whatever blackish kind of goo and aura that they saw on the dog.
No.
Okay, just checking.
Wound.
You've probably seen skeletons before,
Yeah.
animated one at some point, and it looks,
Shit, they look
basic
like
animated
your
skeletons.
run of the mill,
Yeah.
Okay, just
Your
checking.
average undead skeleton.
Friendly neighborhood undead. Okay.
So Khalid's gonna look for the unconscious guy to see if he ever made it to be conscious.
He's awake. He's still kind of curled up in the corner, just holding his shoulder, looking kind of pale and shell shocked. He's not really saying anything. His wife is like kneeling beside him. He's kind of
Come here.
being there,
So
but he's awake. You can see him looking at you.
I think we should. Khalid will hold his hand out for the book
Come here,
unless
let me pick you
Tavik
up.
is still actively
Oh, no.
reading it.
No, he'll shut it up
I
and
can't
hand
get
it to
you
you.
over there. You have to
Um,
come here, touch.
Khalid
The
will-
dog cannot play. I'm sorry, Lee.
I wanted to show y'all her haircut. She got her haircut today. She got a grooming. She's so cute.
Oh, you took her over to the vet. didn't you?
Yes.
Khalid is
I've done that
I
all
had a
day. Don't
panic
worry.
moment.
Khalid is gonna tuck the book under his arm and kind of look around. Our choices are either wait for the rest of the hawks to come back and ambush them,
Come here.
or we get this man somewhere where he can have clean bandages and brass so we don't lose him in the night.
Come here. Touch.
Hold 1 second.
Yeah, I think that we should definitely get out of here. I don't think there's much more for us to find as such. I'd find a couple of nice daggers.
Yeah.
Hey, Tiny!
Say hi.
So you'll.
Okay. They laugh. You laugh. We all laugh. Bedtime. Tavik's kind of look at Khalid like, do you know how many are expecting to come back?
Well, there were at least 4 that we saw outside the town, and there was a fairly sizable force searching through the town as well.
But I think they'll be easily dispatched.
That was
That's
yesterday. Yes or no?
Yes.
What? Oh my god.
She's doing the same kind of crap to Tab that my doing to me.
Khalid's gonna
I
look
mean,
around.
is this the bliss plate?
You look amazing.
You do. You look
The
amazing.
heck are those?
Fabulous, even.
Where'd that come from?
I think you should. Those are the DM horns from now on.
Those are amazing. That's amazing. I love it. Thumbs up.
I'm gonna burn these.
No.
I'm putting them in the fireplace if you leave them on me.
Leah gave you a thumbs up.
I'm pretty sure you should be sleeping.
Pretty.
I
Hey,
do.
She'll sleep in the car tomorrow. if
She'll
you
never
let her.
sleep. I don't know what she does. She sleeps less than I do. So Tavik goes, is this the best place for an ambush? I mean,
Well, I mean, we're holed up in a room with no way out except for one door, I think that isn't a prime place for an ambush.
The
I
front
think
door
we need to try
is.
to get them home.
Indeed.
But I
think it's a
agree.
good
I think
idea.
we should get them home.
So why don't Alex and I stealth ahead to make sure there's nobody there, and then
No, you can have
come
tomorrow.
back and tell
Go.
you guys when the coast is clear.
Yes, go.
That sounds
Stand
good. But Merkin is gonna either have to come with us or let us borrow his pipe for a few moments until we get to the door.
It is also
Well,
possible I
All go
can
together to the door.
Yeah. put something else, a light, something that you have. But keep in mind that if you are looking to stealth, it will make it more difficult, I think.
No, I only want to get to the door and then we'll stealth out. But we can't get through this dark house.
Annie, can you...
That is what I was
Are
suggesting.
Stump and Khalid gonna get the down guy and bring him, and Tavik and the kids and the wife can probably follow along?
Can you walk? I was gonna ask the guy.
Say what now?
Khalid and Stump probably need to get the guy that is down with the bolt, and then
Did you just
Yeah,
remove?
Yeah, I took it off. I
Okay.
broke everything apparently. So
I can see now.
I see weird shadows.
I
I
can
was
see
gonna see
everything.
what happened if I took it off, but
It's kind of
it's
nice.
very strange. But yeah, I just turned it off because you've been everywhere.
Okay, cool.
Eh,
Can the
yeah, Kel will he'll kind of drag himself up to his feet, and he's a little unsteady, but he's standing on his own.
Mhm.
So I can walk, but just I don't want to hold you up.
I mean, we're going to check ahead to make sure that there's no problems. But I don't think it's very. I don't think he's going to be able to walk very far on his own. And isn't it quite a ways into town from here?
About 20 minutes walk, yeah.
Yeah. I think that Khalid, you might better lend a hand.
and Khalid will
I mean,
walk over
Tavik has
without.
recently lost his hand.
Who lost his hand? What?
Tavik recently lost
I
his
thought
hand,
he
didn't
lost
he?
his
He lost
eye.
an
No, he lost an
eye.
eye. He's got an eye
Oh, an
patch.
eye. An eye. I knew he lost something.
He also has a smaller cut on his arm that wasn't there when you left him, but that's nothing super serious.
Yeah, so Khalid's gonna go over and help the man to his feet and start to walk him. Are we leaving to the front or the side?
I mean, the only way we can get out, I don't think the front has a usable entrance, does it? It's
Yeah.
like caved in.
No,
No.
we have the back secret door.
Okay, yeah, we can go out whichever door. It doesn't matter which, but we do need to make sure that before we go out that we check and make sure there's nothing untoward.
Elspeth is going to walk with the kids and ask them if they want to see a trick, and she's just gonna play with cantrips,
Firebolt.
light stuff, and, and prestidigitate stuff.
They are thrilled. Like, the older girl looks a little hesitant when she sees you do it, and the boy is very into it. Do another.
Do we want to rest a bit outside of the back where we set up camp before we try to head on back to the town? We're all a bit ragged from the fighting.
Well,
You'll probably need a rest.
yeah. I mean,
Alright.
probably. Can we roll hit dice on short rests as well as long rests?
Yes.
Yes. I was suggesting a long rest.
It's
A
2
long
o'clock
rest?
in the afternoon.
Yeah, it's like two.
Oh shit. I guess we'll short rest then. Alright. So let's head out the side door and go back up to where we rested previously. Then we can move on from there.
All right. So you leave out a number of secret doors. You climb the staircase out. There's nobody outside.
I mean, can we?
We were
get
gonna
to
send Cam and Alex ahead.
Okay.
We're gonna stealth ahead just to make sure the coast is clear.
All right.
How do I get out? I can't
I mean,
see.
I'm just trusting there'll
can.
be a map change. I'm not bothering.
I mean, it doesn't matter. You're down on this map. Here.
Okay, good.
Thank you.
All right, so we want to stealth out
All right.
and see if there's anything.
You can roll stealth if you want to, but there's nobody there. So
Here,
unless you just,
don't waste your rolls.
I mean, it seems like a good idea. Well,
unless you like staying hidden afterwards.
it's
If
fine.
you're just walking down there, nobody will see you.
I will come back and tell him the coast is clear.
Yep.
My kitty.
Kitty
What?
mad.
Has
He's
he not
really
been
far
fed?
too. Like he's like,
Is he pissed about that?
oh man. Oh wait. Okay, so we're doing a short rest, right?
I think so.
Yes.
So y'all
Okay.
walk over to a little hidden, like the forest edge, right? You'd like to find a little spot in the cliff edge or something.
Yeah, that little
Yes.
overhang, that overlook.
Yeah. Okay. Y'all go in there, and the kids kind of stick to Elspeth like close, like
So-
the boy is practically hanging on her.
So
Just
she's
in
gonna.
case, once we're all settled up at the fire or the little resting spot, Cam will just kind of sneak back and try to cover up any major tracks or whatever that might lead
Okay.
people to find us here.
All right,
So-
roll from the to where you are.
Yeah.
All right, roll a survival check. All right, you grab some like bushes. I was gonna say, but that's maybe not what it's called. Branches, and you just kind of use as a broom, sweep over, like make it try and look as natural as possible. Path all the way over. You seem to think you're doing a good job.
So Elspeth is not going to short rest. She's going to do two things. First, she's going to ritual cast Unseen Servant and instruct the Unseen Servant to do anything that the kids ask within reason. And then she's going to tell everyone. Well, yes.
They look very confused at you to start when you say that. They don't see anything.
She's going to be like, watch this, like throw a rock or something, So.
This rock just starts floating in midair and it flies away.
And then she's going to tell everyone, while you rest, I can look at the things if there's anything you would like to know the properties of.
This sword you mentioned had some properties. If you could look at it.
Do you think these potions might be something that you're able to get a look at?
Let me see. So I think I only learn like I don't know.
Let
Because
Tab decide.
Yeah. Because magic imbued
I
property.
think if some potions, like healing potion, you know what it is. Some you probably use those. Like other potions, you don't know what it is. You have to either have some kind of alchemy check
Okay.
or
Can I study these?
trying it out.
Okay.
Can I study these potions a little bit as somebody who would have grown up in a house that?
Do you
was
have
exposed
alchemy
to a lot of-
proficiency?
I don't
Do you
have
have
any
a proficient
alchemy.
alchemy kit? Did
No,
y'all
I don't.
take the alchemy kit, by the way? You didn't say anything about it.
Yes, we did.
I wanted to
Thank
take it, but you said it was too big to take.
Yeah, it's a big set of glass beakers and
Yeah.
burners and
Yeah, it was like
stands
tables. It was tables big. So.
Yeah, we did not. Take that one.
Okay, I would like to cast Identify on the sword first. With ritual
All right.
cast.
Okay.
So it takes 10 minutes. Yeah.
So it's this great kind of blue shimmery metal, and let's see, show to everyone. You cast it, and you can tell.
Motherfucker.
+1, but when used against a plant creature, it works as a +3.
Tab is actively trolling me.
Tab is actively rolling on the loot tables.
Okay. And then I would like to cast Identify on the ritual, or not ritual, the runic cornered papers that I have.
All right. So you take one out. You kind of sit down and stare at it intently, and cast your spell. You can see these, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Ooh,
Cool.
that's cute.
So there's 11 of those.
Oh.
Interesting. Okay. And as I go through this, I convey it to the group. And then the blue gem. I want to do.
It's a blue gem, yes.
Yes, identify on the blue
Which
gem.
is
Might I have, now that you've told us about these papers, I wouldn't mind a couple of those.
so
Wouldn't mind
the spell gem. You can tell currently holds a charge of chromatic orb.
Okay. I am going to. Okay, so I take the papers and I actually hand them all to Stump. And I tell him to,
She looks awake.
divvy them, to divvy them up as he sees fit.
Literally, I'm the first person to ask for them, and she gives them to somebody who didn't ask for them.
Well, she has her reasons.
He's gonna stuff them all in his.
Cam's gonna go over and poke him. I want one. Please.
I think that it behooves you to, let some of us have those as well.
This is a good time to ask this. Is Stump literate?
Obviously not.
Good. Perfect holder of those papers.
All right, he gives one to Cam, one to.
You gave one to Cam?
Yeah, one to Cam and one to Alex.
Alright.
Okay. So am I able to
Alright,
tell?
thank
Am I able to tell if this spell gem is empty or not?
It has chromatic orb in it currently.
Okay. Okay. So well, Sesai's gone. Okay. Well, in theory, I give that to Merkin.
Is it
Chromatic orb.
the spell gem?
Yeah.
It has one charge, then you can put something else in it after you cast it.
I mean, he's obviously like the super pro of Arcana, right? So she's like, "Oh, here you go."
I don't know if that works better for a wizard or a...
You're missing the role play thing where she's like, he knows what he's doing. Here.
Oh, is this what I get?
Yes.
Spell?
Yes. There he's at.
Azula.
You were summoned.
Woo!
We identified it, and then the box didn't have like that was all that we got with magical properties, I think.
And if you
Yes, the box is
and
just a
if
box.
you want
Okay.
one of the parchments that you can write a
So
message
because
on,
I've learned its properties, do I know what spell is bound to this
It's
gem?
it's currently has chromatic orb in it. So if you use the cast chromatic orb, you can put something else in it.
That's kind of awesome. Does it burn a spell slot to put something in here?
Yes.
Yes.
So I need to use it every day and then put something in here on my way to bed.
Pretty much.
I mean, it stays in there if you just put it in sometime. And I mean, it doesn't go away until you cast
I'm
it.
keeping this, if no one mind.
no. Although if you want any of those parchments that turn into the magic birds, you're gonna have to ask Stump because apparently he's the keeper of the parchment.
Merkin is just gonna shake his head and smoke his pipe.
Hmm.
He has
Writing messages to each other.
shown himself to be a generous fellow, I think.
All right.
I love how that Elspeth doesn't even realize yet that Alex replaced that gold that she gave that Helms person.
I actually think she didn't notice it, didn't she? Never mind.
Nope, you rolled and you did not notice it.
So who's taking a short rest and rolling hit
I'm
die?
gonna roll a hit dice because I only have one.
Is
I love
Cam
it.
singing and playing?
Are you doing
Yeah,
Song of Rest?
I'll do Song of Rest.
So what's that up plus
I
to?
thought we did
You're
that.
at-
How many times can you do that?
Song of rest.
Doesn't have any limitation.
Anytime to take a short rest.
Wow, that's awesome.
So whenever you roll a hit die, you get to roll that extra d6.
Extra D6? Alright, awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll a hit die.
Yep, same.
And then I'm gonna roll
So
a
we roll
D6.
like 6.
What? Yes, yeah. I don't know if you hit dice roll 6.
So
Okay.
I've
Wait,
got
16 back.
3.
22.
So what do I roll for this? It's a D10 or?
There should be a thing on your sheet that
There's
says
a
hit
thing
die.
on your sheet.
Just click on
Oh.
it,
Yeah.
then roll a d6
So
extra.
I got 3 plus 10 is 13. Almost up to full health.
Forgot to lower my spell slots. There we go. Okay,
I'm at full health.
nice.
Are we gonna get to actually level up, or are we counting it that we're already up?
You're leveled up, except you didn't get any hit points or spell slots back.
Okay. So I'm at my new maximum hit points.
Nice.
Yeah,
Yes.
same. But I'm not at my max. I'm still a little under, but you know, it's better than nothing.
Okay. Quick question. Determining whether we keep this sword or not. Is weapon reforging a thing for us?
Like making fake weapons?
No, different kind of forging.
Oh, okay.
Taking a magic weapon and converting it into a different weapon type. Like, if Alex got a
no.
long sword and reforged it into a short sword.
No.
You realize there are like 0 glaives, magic
can
glaives in the
make
game.
one. If I
You're
wanted
rolling
to.
on a table.
I did for that one.
What a waste.
I assume can't use a great sword.
It's too big.
Cam
No,
can
it's
use a
heavy.
great sword, but you have this advantage on attacks because it's heavy.
As
Yeah,
to
it's
say.
a heavy
Stump
item,
could
so-
use this.
Cam
Yeah,
technically
I
use
don't
any
know
weapon
why
right now
Stump
because
doesn't
she's.
want it.
Because
Okay.
Stump can't use martial weapons.
What?
He can't what?
Just
You don't have
proficiency
martial
in
weapons.
simple weapons.
Oh shit.
You sure?
Can he go to Stormwind and train that?
Could have sworn.
Yes.
Go to Stormwind, really.
Yes.
Okay,
Definitely.
that was pretty fun.
Nope, just heavy armor.
Well, I think he's right.
Yeah, life doesn't get martial weapon.
Wow.
Oh, we can.
So
We can sell them.
technically, I think Khalid and Cam are the only ones that even have proficiency in them.
No, I should have. I mean, I should be able to use it, but I mean, I would never want to because.
Do you have
What?
martial weapons?
I mean, oh wait, no. I have longsword. Well, no, longsword, rapier, short sword,
Yeah.
simple weapons.
Yeah.
No, so I can't even use it either. And crossbow.
And Cam would have disadvantage on all our attacks, so.
So you know what this means? We save it for my zombie.
Oh my gosh.
Elspeth's lich is gonna raise.
Like, so he can drag it through the mud behind him. That's really depressing. Okay. I really
Yeah.
thought Tab was gonna say yes.
Yeah, I mean, we find the first cool magic item, and
And
nobody
then
can
we
use it.
sell it and we buy other cool stuff.
Okay.
I have a question. Just a little quick question. Does anybody need a healing potion? Because I did find a few healing potions, and those I do recognize. I would like to keep at least one of them.
I imagine.
Merkin should have one, I think. You found one already. I think
I
Merkin
gave
took that one.
I think I gave it to someone else.
There's 3 total.
You found
I
3.
I
You
just
found one in the
3.
goblin room. You found one in the goblin thing. I don't know if anybody drank it or if
No,
it's just
nobody's
floating
drank
around
it
there. I don't
yet.
think anybody drank it.
I wasn't there for the goblin thing, but
I'm almost certain I gave it to Khalid.
Oh, really?
Well, you have 4 healing potions in the party. Distribute them as you wish.
I'm not taking one.
Alright. Well, if I have one, then I'm gonna
healing potion.
have one.
I would think Alex and Stump Khalid should have one for sure.
What's the healing of it, Tab?
It's just like 1d4 plus.
No,
4,
it's like
right?
4d4, 2d4 plus 4.
I'll take 4
No,
and
a
4.
regular healing potion is like just is 2d4 plus 4 or
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2, yeah.
I can take one.
Okay. So I'm going to hand one to Stump, one to Cleed, and one to Cam. And I'm going to keep one. It's 2d4. You never know when these might come in handy. Whether we drink it ourselves or have to pour it down somebody else's throat.
Mm-hmm. Alright. So, I suppose we should make the slow trudge back.
So, question, are we going to try not to kill the guards at the edge of town?
We
I
can.
think we should try to sneak in right by the church. Get these people to help.
We have a wounded person, we have a half-blind person, we have 2 children, and 7 people. I mean, there is no way we're getting into town quietly. Not even a hint of it.
He's still
We
got
have
one
to go
good
in
eye.
by the
and
road.
he's standing right there.
There's no wall. So we just come in behind the church.
Isn't the
Were
church
there
on the
woods
other
kind of
side of
up
town?
to the church?
Say what now?
Were there
the
woods
church-
up to the back of the church?
No, it's kind of just kind of towards a hill.
Is the
That's not
church
gonna-
on the other side of town?
You're coming from the north, and it would be on the western side.
Could we sneak
And-
around to the back of the church?
I mean, you can try.
I think we should try.
With this many people, there's too many opportunities to fail.
Yeah, I think that we're better that in this particular case, and you know I love to sneak around, I think in this particular case, given the challenges, that we're better off facing the guards and giving them the opportunity to run and not receive any punishment for the deeds of their leader. Since we'll have his sword, so that will prove that he's dead.
Be more convincing if we had a bit of him on the sword.
Well, I'm sure that the sword is bloody, right?
He didn't actually hit anybody.
He hit
Bullshit,
me.
he didn't hit anybody.
He hit me
No.
once.
Did he?
Yeah, he took a pretty sizable chunk out of me.
Okay.
But still, they'd probably recognize his sword.
Did he? I'm pretty sure I missed everything.
So I'm going to look at Tavik and I'm going to say, so as you have seen, it appears that the mayor is corrupt. Who else in your town would you say is someone perhaps that is an elder or respected? If we needed to, I suppose, reach out to the hearts of the people and go beyond the established government, do you know who would maybe be someone we could convince of the corruption that your town has been suffering from?
He was kind of pacing back and forth a little impatiently, and he stops and looks else. But I mean, Sister Sarah, everybody respects her, but I mean, we have proof. I mean, you have a book there. I mean, I don't see anybody that can doubt this.
Then perhaps going to the church is the best thing, and Khalid, we can speak to the other member of your order, and I suppose kind of start a what is the phrase they use, grassroots movement there of sorts to overthrow the government.
I'm calling BS on that reference.
Yeah, I mean, he is.
I take out my beret.
I mean,
Let me tell you, in this setting, a grassroots movement is when you have too much fiber.
so he is kind of now that anybody we show that book to, I mean, I can tell him, and any kind of points at Kel and his wife that I don't remember the name of at the moment. I was like, I mean, he needs to go. I can convince them.
Well, we do. I think that it would be best if we try to give the, try to give those guards a chance to just kind of make their own way.
We can explain the situation. They may not fully understand the level of their involvement. If they decide to fight, then we fight. Otherwise,
Yep. I mean, I'm always down for that too. So, whatever. Let's.
I think we try to see how many are there first.
I mean, I think that's a good idea. You want me to sneak up and see if I can see what I can see?
well,
Cam can go with me.
let's move on to the forest, and we'll set up a ways outside town. And we can send out a party to investigate.
We're right here at the edge of town.
Are we?
Why would we
think
leave?
we are.
You're
We're
at the
definitely not at the edge of town.
You're right by
Well-
the mansion.
Right, but I mean, we're gonna go up to the edge of town. But I mean, we need to head in that direction.
But,
That-
but
I
that's
think-
literally not what you just said.
That is what I. Oh my god.
No, you're not at the edge of town. You're about a 30.
I follow
walk
Stone.
or
Where's
20
Stone going?
minutes walk from this town.
I think we get everybody to as far towards town as we feel is safe and
Yes,
secure, and then Alex and I go on from there.
agreed.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
All right.
Everybody on board?
We're going.
I walk with the kids.
Let's go.
So yeah,
We're buddies.
the kids have spent the last hour just kind of holding up things for you unseen. And just, he'll take it and they go throw it. Like playing fetch with a dog when the dog is throwing things himself.
my fey creatures love me.
And,
I'm sure.
and about the time you're set off, your spell would expire. 'Cause I think it lasts
Right?
an hour.
Yeah, and I did it at the beginning of the
So,
rest anyway.
He's like hand him a stone and he goes like throw it, and he just falls on the ground. He looks very disappointed.
Oh dear.
We go back to playing with prestidigitation. We like throw a little bit of dirt on Khalid and a little bit of dirt off Khalid.
That's amazing.
Gilly looks entirely unamused by this, but doesn't say
They'll
anything.
spit dust down, and the boy just kind of grabs like a big handful of like muddy dirt. He just
And
throws it
Khalid
back
is
up.
before he actually throws it. Khalid is going to look at him, and he's gonna
Passive
turn.
Perception, Khalid.
He's gonna turn on the fucking holy fire in the eyeballs, and he's gonna say nothing else. And just
You know,
watch the
I'm
boy.
just gonna
Turd to the
prestidigitate
kid.
it off, Khalid. We are very sorry, sir. Let us have a talk about the church. Come, children.
Cam will just play her little pan flutes every time he hits the lead. As an accentuating thing.
Tawik will like put his arm around Kel and his wife on the other side, and Tawik says only the limps. So none of those are moving particularly fast, so it's gonna take you a little while longer than
Yeah.
usual
I assumed we would
to
move
get
it.
through,
To,
especially if
We
you're moving through the
couldn't help
forest.
them.
we're helping them, but we still can't move them quickly. We're gonna move
Yeah.
slower.
Not the take.
Yeah.
Even if we're carrying them.
Yes.
Okay.
So you're going to like within eye shot of town, basically.
Well, we want to get
Uh.
somewhere where we could tuck the people around. Tuck the people in like a little nook or
We're
something,
looking for a
so
place
that
to.
Cam and I can go.
So
check
you're
the guards and-
burying the people to collect later.
No, don't, no.
No.
We're looking for a place to set up
Like a beagle.
a patrol base of sorts.
Okay. You found some trees. I guess.
So when you're finding a patrol base, you're looking for the
Oh, my
shittiest
goodness.
place in the forest because you know no one else will go there. So anywhere
okay.
where there's like thorns
Skunk
and
nest.
shit. Yes.
The place where
Like-
all the guards poop.
You find a
Lots of
bear cave
underbrush.
full of bears.
That is exactly where no one would go.
I use mold earth to block the cave entrance. Cause fuck those bears.
Fuck those bears. You just
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
them all.
You find a random spot in the forest where no walk paths or anything through. You know, kind of see, kind of just out of range from the road going down there.
Okay. So
Cam and I will take a look.
So Cam and you are
Stealth
stealthing
out.
into town.
whoa, not into town.
Well, to the edge of town.
They're
to see on the guard.
They're scouting to see if they see.
Okay.
25.
Roll stealth checks and perception checks.
25 and
Are any of them a secret door?
12. Oh,
Oh, a stealth check? Is that what I'm rolling?
Stealth and perception. If you go in with Alex, if you don't.
Yeah, I'm going with Alex.
Yep. Woo!
So stealth
buddy.
check. I'm
No,
going.
not you.
Are you,
Oh, you're
are you
going too?
Are you going with the stealthers?
Yeah,
You don't
but
have the stealthy spell anymore.
I don't need a stealthy spell.
Or
I
not
am
spell, the stealthy feat. I thought you traded it out,
doesn't-
right? Jesus Christ.
Oh
How do you still have
That was
plus
with,
6?
That was with +6 because I'm stealthy.
God! I'm gonna hear him.
Are you
I
sure
can hear
that's
him.
without the feat?
I can hear him, and
I
I'm
have
gonna
proficiency
turn around,
and 16 dex.
and I'm gonna turn
Stuck in
around,
there.
and I'm gonna put my hand out. And
You still should have +6. You should have
You should have plus 5.
5. Where'd that come from? How are you +6?
I didn't touch anything on my sheet.
Well, if you had the feat and then you took it away, it doesn't mean it'll.
The feat does nothing to give a bonus to stealth checks.
Oh, really? How the fuck do you have plus 6?
Yeah, well, you should. It should still not be +6 because if he gets double proficient, it should be +7.
I didn't touch a thing on the
No,
sheet.
you're +4 dex. That's right. Never mind.
Oh, you have 18 dex.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah,
Okay, that math works.
that makes more sense.
I'm gonna.
But your stealth
I
roll
can
still
hear
sucked
him,
ass.
right?
So
I hear
Alex
him
and Cam
falling.
are stealthing through the woods, and Merkin is just kind of smoking his pipe, following along, staying out of sight, stepping on things, kicking rocks.
Can I hear him? Can I try to stop him?
I mean, you're walking with him, I assume.
You can try. It doesn't mean you're going to succeed.
You're making a lot.
You cut out.
I said you're making a lot of noise. Okay.
Murky, you're not helping.
Oh,
Could you
we're not trying to
quiet
get close enough for them to hear me walking.
Well, let's hope not. Alright.
How about you go first and we'll sneak up behind you so they don't see us?
That's a good idea.
I've heard worse plans. I've heard better. But I've heard
Uh,
worse.
Cam's totally gonna do it.
Yep, I'm down with that as well, because I don't want to be in
So
front
using
of
Merkin as
that,
bait,
so-
walking like 50 feet
Pretty
behind him.
much. Pretty much.
Yep.
Alright.
Cam's there.
So you
Got
cut.
his back.
So you walk up to the edge of the forest and follow along until you can see more of the entrance to town where the road comes in. And Mark, you roll a perception check too. Yeah, you didn't roll one.
Yeah. Well, it's gonna be bad. So
You're right. I mean, you don't see anybody like guarding it or anything like really out of the ordinary.
I mean, the coast looks clear as far as I'm concerned. It's maybe that comfortable bed is still there. It's
I break the
I've had
little
a
chair.
Do we see anything?
No, you don't see anything out of the ordinary.
Cam will turn around and head back and start to tell them that the
you're just gonna leave me up here?
We want to get closer to the road and into town a little bit.
You're going up towards town.
I'm not
Yeah.
getting any closer. I've got close
Yeah,
enough. to
I'm
look.
gonna bypass Merc, and I'm gonna try to stay in as much cover as possible, stay quiet.
it's-
I'm gonna
it's-
get a look.
The forest doesn't go all the way up to the town. It's pretty, grassland and road up the last bit.
There's nothing I can no buildings or little.
Well, if you're up
Nothing
by a
I can-
building, you're in town.
Cam's gonna see if there's a way to get to the church where you're not as visible.
Okay.
Kind of skirt around the edge of town to.
All right. I mean, all right. So you're going around. What's Alex doing?
I guess I just want to see what I want to see if there's. I mean, I feel like there's probably still guards around here somewhere.
Just to be clear, the split party just split more.
Yep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I mean,
Cam will motion to Alex.
I was mostly trying to see if Cam and Alex were people just running around different places.
Cam,
I mean, I did
sure Alex
exactly.
knows which way he's headed.
All right.
So
So
I did
are you
what the
going with
original
Cam?
plan was.
Alex, were you going with Cam or are you going your own way? Leah.
I'll go with Cam, I guess.
All right. So
I mean, I feel like we need to know if there are guards, but that's fine.
so you ditch Merkin. You kind of creep around the edge. You know,
I'm fine with that too. He said he didn't want to go any further, so
you know,
He was staying, not
combat
going right
rolling your
into
way
town.
through, like scooting your way through the dirt, mud, and etc. and so on. And I mean, you don't see anything on the way in. I mean, once you get closer to town, you can see some town people milling around town, a few. And then
Bear in mind, the man had a box of magic paper to go fly and warn the mayor.
The mayor's about. Oh, are you saying?
there was only 11 sheets, but they had 12. That
So,
was smart.
yeah.
Too bad
So-
I can't communicate right now.
I mean, you make your way around. You come up to the back of the church eventually. Temple. Small. It's pretty small.
Okay.
I mean, you don't see anybody around the church or anything. Temple.
Can I peek in through a window of the church or anything without being seen? Or
You can try. I don't know if you can do it without being seen if somebody's looking at you, but
well, nah. We'll go. We'll head on back. I think we should head on back to the group.
all right. You head on back to Merkin, I presume.
Yeah, we'll get Merkin and then we'll head back to the group.
Nope, straight back to the party.
Nope, fuck that guy.
Cam's not gonna just abandon his
Merkin
brother
stand there,
again.
stand there 6 hours later. Well, where is it, bud?
Well, I mean, I might go back to the inn if.
You pick up Merkin and you head back to everybody else.
Yeah.
I am by
Then
this
we'll
point offering to braid Khalid's hair as well.
I
What?
think we can get around to the church without being seen. It doesn't look like they're guarding the way in, but I don't think we should just go strolling to the main part of town.
I had a
We
thought.
should skirt around the town.
I had this wonderful, mostly quiet walk in the woods, and I had a thought.
Mostly quiet.
So, Stump, if you don't mind, is it my understanding that if you write on these sheets of paper, they go fluttering away to whoever you intended the message?
I mean, I don't know how to write.
Elsipeth is standing behind Merkin going,
You have to know their name, but yes.
Yes.
Perhaps we should consider that the mayor may be very aware of what happened in the quarry and may be waiting for us.
I think the mayor's a coward. He's gonna flee. But I think we need to get these people to the church before we try to do anything else. I just think that we're inviting trouble for these people if we don't get them to safety. Get them to the church and
All things considered, that quarry might have been safer than bringing them back to town.
Well,
from what I saw
I mean-
in the journal, though, they are very interested in the quarry. And perhaps there are other places where he can obtain whatever element he is looking for, but if this is the only one he knows of, I don't know that the obsidian individual will abandon the quarry so easy.
Yes, well, clearly this journal needs to go to the tower. Maybe
I think
more.
the sister at the church is the person to take it to.
I disagree. I think that as nice as this little church is likely to be, the things in this book go to the tower. Correct, Khalid?
Ultimately, but I think she needs to see it.
He has to assure the townspeople that
It
the
is
mayor
normally.
is corrupt.
Sorry, I didn't mean to speak over you.
Mm-hmm.
The tower has no interest in taking things away from those who own it. If Elspeth shows up with it, it will be hers. They would just like to account for it to ensure that there's nothing in there that might be
Visibly
particularly
dubious
disruptive.
face.
Persuasion check.
Deception check?
Tower just wants to be your friend.
Jedi mind trick.
I
Sure,
have
if you
a
want to roll
ring-
persuasion, how convincing you sound.
I
Go
have
ahead.
I have a ring of friends I could lend you there, Cag.
Yeah. For the next minute, she'll believe you. Well,
Guys, that I'm using the ring of friends. We're gonna try the diplomatic approach for exactly 60 seconds.
so who are you trying to persuade? Elspeth?
Yeah, it didn't work.
Yeah, I mean, you have certain attitudes and thoughts about the tower, and Khalid may not seem the most convincing in, you know, you don't go to the fanatic to get the truth about things.
Wow, that's harsh. That is fucking harsh. The fanatic. Fuck you guys.
Sell it. How's that?
So,
I tried.
shoot. Elspeth looks to Cam. Do you think we could breach the church then to get them to safety?
Yeah, I think we can.
And I trust your judgment.
It's worth a try.
If it is okay with you, I think I will hang back a bit with the children just in case we do come last. That is to say, in case we do encounter anything, I want to be able to make sure they can flee at least.
Or at least get risen as zombies. I mean, one or the other.
The boy is currently practicing his sword work on a tree, viciously chopping it, probably ruining that sword completely.
It's probably safer for him if it's dull.
Probably.
Right. Shall we then?
And, jeez. So Tavi goes like, we can go to the church and Sister Sarah can see the Kel, but I'm gonna go see Ogden.
We'll go with you after we get him to the church. I think we need to get him there.
I think we should be with you, but we should go to the church first and ensure that the rest of the
I
folks
agree.
here are safe.
Kel, Sister Sarah will take care of him.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm gonna go pee.
Yeah.
What?
First time.
So I have a spreadsheet to divide up
Oh my God.
gold, silver, and copper. Because never again will I fucking do this.
I thought you were gonna do an app. I thought we talked about this.
This is essentially an app. It even does like the
It's
carryover
not
for
on my
like
phone.
extra like remainder and divides that across a set of people.
I'm still gonna go pee.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, honey. You've been so quiet.
We had a former employee who filed complaints against us.
Oh, that guy. Did
Yeah,
that go well or
we got
poorly?
to read the report today, and we're completely cleared of it. Basically, they said he's a disgruntled employee, but the things that he claimed against us just very disheartening.
I'm
So,
sorry. You can't let people like that get you down because they're just unhappy, awful people.
well, basically, um, if they hadn't found that it was, then I probably would have had to go to the board and stood to lose my engineering license.
Oh my
So,
lord.
yeah, I could have lost my entire livelihood. So,
Well, he
still have the
was.
guy on Facebook, and I'm gonna have to deal with that and defriend him and stuff. I can't even face it right now. So,
Well, you
Just
just.
mute the shit out of him. Don't even give him the.
Yeah, don't even let him know that you defriended him or anything like that. Like, I agree. Mute him so you
yeah,
can't see whatever he posts and stuff. Don't let
yeah.
him know that it bothered you.
He,
Because. And ultimately, the truth will out anyway.
well, I mean, it did. I mean, HR investigated everything. Like,
I
say they
mean,
found no fault on our part because there is no fault, and his
right.
accusations were crap. But still, I mean, he basically accused me of negligence, and it's like
Well,
he's an idiot.
it's because he has no clue. I mean, if
This
he
is a
knew.
guy who tried to copy our as-built database and managed to delete it instead. Our entire as-built database from the 1970s on.
Oh my
It's
lord.
huge. The whole drive. Yeah. So he's a complete idiot, and he needed to go. But it doesn't mean. I mean, it's still he's somebody that worked for us, and you care about the people that work for you, and it's like kind of he went out on medical leave for a year and then didn't when he came back he couldn't perform his job anymore and then got disgruntled because didn't hire him back. He was a signal tech. He has to be able to climb into a bucket truck and he could
Well, I
barely
mean,
walk.
so that's definitely, again, not. Yeah,
I
he
got the
just.
glass.
That's
He's
crap.
an idiot. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go to the restroom.
Alrighty. I'm sorry that happened, though, because that is crappy.
Can I have like one of each color?
I'm not gonna like.
I need to know what the flavors are.
You're on the back.
Oh, that's not as fun.
What is it, jelly bean?
They're Skittles. They're like red, white, and
Oh.
blue Skittles. Thank you.
Oh. I like
Brands.
Skittles.
Yeah, his
But
teacher
I don't.
gave them to me. So
I like Skittles, but I don't like purple Skittles. And now that the green Skittles are apple, I don't like those either.
yeah.
Delta's the same.
I don't like apple or grape flavored anything. Except for apples and grapes. I like apples and grapes. I don't like that fake apple, that fake grape flavor. I don't like those.
Yeah. I just go like green flavor.
I like lime. I liked the lime Skittles when they were lime flavored. But they're not lime anymore. Worst move Skittles ever made. Because I was fine with dumping the purple ones, but I would not be fine with dumping two colors out.
Yeah.
So the cat?
I guess.
Sounds like it.
Being a cat.
I mean, I don't know how much opposition we're actually gonna get from the town or from the guards people. Honestly.
I don't think there's gonna be much.
I think they've all left,
No,
and Tab is like, get the hell on with it.
It took us an hour and a half to loot 3 rooms.
Yep.
We're
And
like
I'm-
the slowest party in any campaign.
No, I watched the friggin' Vox Machina today. They all decided where they were gonna go, and then the people who were gonna go with the item that needed to go with them didn't take the item, the other people did. And so they're in their respective separate places, one of them with an item they don't need, and one of them without the item they didn't need. It was just ridiculous.
So basically, something we would do.
Yes!
So, who else is planning on killing the mayor?
Me!
I mean, we could always Iron Man them, like tie him up in the center of town and say, "You guys have fun," and leave.
Well, I personally want to kill him. Do I even have that?
Hi.
It's a 17-gallon bladder that Tab has.
No, I also had to help my daughter pack and get her thing. I had to make a drink for Honey, and I had to get in the car and
What you drinking?
Coke.
It's not exciting.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Yeah, Mel.
She's not here.
Do you want this ice crusher? What is this? I already did that, this is... Wait, with what? No. We're on bio break.
Does she know what a bio break is?
Yeah, she knows.
You
I guess.
nerd.
Hold on. Hold on, sorry, I know. I don't know why it won't go back to my cart. Well, that's the only one they got. $23.99.
This is riveting.
What? Well, go to the bathroom and I'll do this.
Good luck.
Oh my god.
So, what are we doing?
Wait.
No, we can't be waiting.
Sorry.
We're still buying an ice maker. Okay.
Yes, and I'll be right back. Well, I was buying an ice maker. I'm done with that now.
Oh, thank you.
The good cereal.
You got Skittles.
Put him in some milk.
It's the only way to eat them.
I'm getting myself something to eat real quick too.
Don't worry, Leo. It'll be another 15 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, see? Anybody watch The Witcher yet?
No. I want to so bad.
We started watching The Expanse again. It's probably gonna have to go through that before we get The Witcher.
Wait, what?
The Expanse.
Hmm.
Say what? Yeah, you turned off. Yeah. Expanse pretty good too if you catch it.
So, let me rephrase this a question I asked earlier. If we found a
Oh.
really good blacksmith and paid him a lot of money, could we theoretically turn a useless item into a somewhat useful item?
Are we still talking about forging that?
You're not here right now.
I mean,
I mean, I'm down for forging the sword.
You're not even the GM.
per the definition you just gave me, yes. You can turn a useless item into a useful item.
I hate you.
I mean, he answered your question. Let's be fair.
That's no.
I mean, I don't see why if we found a decent blacksmith that we couldn't get it, you know. I mean, I agree with Kat.
You don't know. I mean, you can ask around. I would say, I don't know if blacksmith would be where you started.
The tower is
I
probably
bet if you turn in enough mage heads to the tower,
Yeah.
they make you want to enchant a glaive for you.
Go kill pigs until you get 5 intact livers, and
Do I need to build up enough reputation with the order?
5 at a time though.
Go.
I'm back.
Hello.
Right.
Has Leah bought an ice crusher yet?
Yes.
Or are you just looking at kitchen mallets?
I know, but I need to find out if there's something. No.
Felix, are you
I'm
awake?
done.
Have you recovered from night shift yet?
I am awake. No, I have not recovered.
Oh,
Oh,
Felix.
poor Felix. How was your Christmas Eve
Oh,
day? Y'all enjoy it? That's good.
Did you get any animals gift wrapped to you?
no.
Alright, are we all here?
I think so.
Yeah.
Says?
Anybody that's still on Amazon, raise a hand.
Anybody who's still on what, Amazon?
Yeah.
I'm not on Amazon. Well, I am on. No, I have Amazon open, but I'm not on Amazon.
Okay,
Alright.
get off Facebook. What are we doing?
FYI,
I'm not on
Skittles
Facebook.
and eggnog do not mix. Oh.
No.
I mean, the trick is to put them in there and let them dissolve, then stir it up real good.
The trick is to not drink eggnog.
Okay,
Well,
well, you're wrong.
I drink about 2 cups of eggnog a year, I think.
I like eggnog. Okay. I mean,
I don't know.
If you had enough rum, it's
I
great.
used to like it a lot more as a kid.
Okay, Stubb's gonna go to town.
Okay, wait. What are our stealthers doing wandering around?
They're already
They-
back.
they
They're
come
all
back?
out of town. We're
Alright.
following Cam. Assuming he's willing to lead
Still turn off.
towards his kind of safe way to get towards church.
All right, let's go take our safe way to get to the church with everyone.
So you're backtracking with kids and everything?
I am hanging back significantly with the children. I
Yes.
mean, like within eyesight, but
Once we
like
get to a wood
A
line,
football
though,
field.
that's not funny. I don't know how big that is now.
I foresee another combat where 3 rounds are elves running to catch up.
So you're
once,
going back and trailing around again?
yes, I'd like to suggest to the group that we try to find the closest distance between the wood line and the church.
Cam already scoped that out.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then start walking out as a group at first with the kids still in the wood line until we get about halfway there, and then have them come out to us and we can escort them to the church. Just in case like somebody sees us while we're out in the open, the kids can stay.
Okay.
So, yeah. Kel's kind of limping along. Tavik's following. Tavik seems pretty impatient to actually get into town. Have this dealt with.
So
See
we
how-
have to help the guy.
But I mean, again, you don't see any like particularly suspicious or anything out of the ordinary. Once you get closer to town, you see like people just sitting, daily life inside town.
Okay.
So were you doing something special or just heading to the church?
Let's head into the church.
Okay. You get there without any real issues or being seen. Well, you're probably seen, but you don't see any hawks.
Is the door open? Can we just walk in?
I don't know. Are you touching the door?
Yes, we're going
It's a
in the
mimic.
freaking door.
Oh my god. A mimic door?
Yeah,
Really?
door is open. It's fine. You're like
We're gonna get him inside the
late
church.
afternoon at this point. That's probably like 4 or 5. Sun is heading downwards,
I
but it's fine.
send the children in with their parents and I wait outside the church.
Because you might get hit by lightning.
Inside the church, Mrs. Sarah, she's kind of working in front of it, and she looks up when you come in, like, hello.
We're making a habit out of this, but we got somebody injured here who needs help.
Again?
I would perhaps rephrase that in that we discovered individuals that were injured. We didn't injure them ourselves.
She gives
I never
Khalid.
said we did.
She gives Khalid kind of a look like, I don't think you're good luck. And she looks to the children. Who's hurt?
We'll help the dad in,
Yeah.
Sister Sarah.
Okay. Sarah, look over the kids first, like before you points at like a bench to set them on.
Now, madam, any blood on those children, I can assure you, is not theirs.
She turns to look at Margaret. Whose blood is it?
I didn't get their names.
It's hawk blood.
Yeah, the Hawks had kidnapped these people and were holding them hostage, and we've got proof, and we've got Talvik outside. They'd kidnapped him too, and we're going to go confront the mayor. It's part of it.
That sounds serious. She says, and she like moves over to Kel and she
Can
calls.
you please take care of them, because we really need to get back out there with Talvik before he goes and confronts by himself.
Yeah, she calls back like, "What? Whale, you better get in here." And her husband comes out from the back. He looks at like everybody and y'all are back.
Nice to see you too.
Thank you, sister.
And she starts. She nods and starts tending to the guy with the crossbow bolt. I now forget his name again. Kel is what I said.
Yeah.
So and Whale comes out and looks you over. And, he kind of looks at Kel and Miriam and like, I thought you left town.
They can fill you in on what's happened, but we need to go. Thank you very much.
Okay. And he just kind of looks to Tavik, and Tavik nods back at him. And then he settles in to help Sarah.
So
Okay.
I assume the family will fill in the sister and all that. We're gonna head with Talvik then to the mayor's.
And as you leave, the boy kind of turns to follow you.
You need to stay with your family and protect them.
He looks down at Cam, and he just kind of pulls out this sword, like has like wood chips, 'cause it's still stuck to the blade. Like, I'll help.
No, you stay here and keep your family and the sister and her safe, okay?
He just like
Khalid,
looks at you like silently for a few seconds, and then gets this very serious look. He just nods. He just leans against like the inside of the door, like sword, like hold held him. He's like, I'll keep him safe.
Thank you. And we'll turn and head on out.
Khalid will smile at that and follow Cam out.
All right. Meanwhile, Elspeth is dead on the ground.
She got hit by lightning, damn
I
it!
failed.
All right.
So,
We
perhaps
group outside.
perhaps we should discuss how we want to do this. Last time we drug a man through the streets. Perhaps we should have a little better of a plan this time.
Is that what I missed while I was sleeping?
Cam's just gonna go stand by Stump and get ready, because Stump's not gonna stand there.
There's a lot going on.
no.
Does this happen to you a lot, Khalid?
Khalid's using royal we too.
In truth, many of the times when I first saw him, he was also dragging a man through the street. So I think it is a fairly common occurrence for Khalid.
I am a results-oriented individual.
Well, why don't you take the fancy stick you got there with the pointy bits and go get some results?
Oh, I'm happy to do that as long as no one here is going to have significant issue with my intention of handling things.
Well, I mean,
Mega justice.
Stump's new battle cry.
That was completely unexpected and fantastic. Okay.
just saying that the direct approach has worked for us so far.
Agreed. So then there'll be no surprises when I choose that route. Let's go.
When you what?
When I choose that route,
No. I thought you said shoot that rat. I'm like, what?
shoot that rat right in the eyeball. No. Cam's off.
You turned off. She's
So
eating
Cam
pretzels.
just kind of steps behind Stump a little bit at that. Uses him for cover.
He's a healer and moderate cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
All right,
Buddies.
to the town.
y'all-
Do we
y'all
see
tracking
any
through town?
hawks?
Yeah.
You see one flying around, but wrong kind of hawk. But no, you don't see any crimson hawks around town as you're
Okay.
walking over towards the mayor's house.
People are going about their business.
Yeah, it looks to be a normal day. You know, sun setting, people are getting the stuff in order, they're ready for dinner. A little less crowded than this probably during the like midday. But yeah,
Yeah.
so you make it to.
Maybe after we get some results, we can go back to that inn.
I'm not sure they like us terribly much, but we can. I'm sure after all this, we can
You
smooth
mean-
things over.
You mean you did not pay him, so?
I did too. I went out of my way to pay him. I paid our whole bill by myself.
Did you? I don't remember
I
that part.
marked off the gold. Thank you
Okay.
very much.
Yeah, you better
Cam paid in
step.
advance. He loves you.
Cam gets to go back.
Cam can sleep inside.
That's probably why he saved my life.
All right. So yeah, there's like nobody outside the mayor's house. So you go inside and as before, there's a man sitting, like this little reception area. He looks up as you come in. Can I help you?
Is Ogden in?
The mayor is upstairs. I believe he is busy.
Define busy.
He just kind of looks between all of you and looks down the book. He said he was busy.
Interesting. Well, he must be waiting for us then. Khalid's going to go on and walk up towards wherever the stairs are.
He just kind of lifts his hand like, no, I don't believe he was.
Khalid does not stop unless this person tries to
He is
physically
now.
stop him.
I mean, he just kind of looks between all of you just barging in. I assume the rest of you following.
Elspeth's like,
Yeah, I'm definitely following.
All right. So, you walk upstairs. There's this little landing area, little seating, like almost like a waiting room he's made, like on a landing up there, and there's a door that's shut.
I kick it in.
Roll a strength check.
Fuck. An athletics check, you say?
Sure.
Okay. Oh, that's not
All right. Pause
You
for
get
a
a
second.
you kick it in a very average amount.
Okay.
It flies open, you know.
Can we time out for a second?
Yeah, what's up?
My wife just turned a corner to find my Siamese cat has stolen a paper bag full of fresh bread from Panera Bread and was eating bread.
Oh
You
boy.
need to feed that cat.
Cats
Question.
are obligate predators. They cannot.
Question: Did you
Yes.
buy a bag of fresh bread from Panera Bread?
Yes.
Or is it
Or
somebody
has the
else's
cat
bread?
gone out and stole it from Panera and come back with it?
No, he's an indoor-only cat. But
Okay.
As far as you know.
well, clearly he has no good sense. So I wouldn't trust him outside. But are we trying to kick down the mayor's door?
That's
That's
right.
what
We
succeeded.
Khalid's trying to do.
This swings open, like smashes into the wall next to it, and you know the Ogden is sitting there behind his desk and he just kind of flies to his feet as you do this. Like, what is the meaning of this?
Oh, I'm just gonna smoke my pipe and go. Oh.
I'm gonna like stay outside and just kind of peek around the door frame. Like,
Elspeth, could you do me a favor?
perhaps.
If you could read, what page is it? One of the early pages of that book that mentions Ogden. Do you know where that is?
You were referring to the one where you said that the mayor was taking money from the Hawks in exchange for them getting to do their under the table deeds.
Yes, and Khalid's going to continue advancing into the room, and he's going to attempt to grab the mayor by the scruff of his like coat or shirt.
I'm sorry, Elspeth totally reads it. She's like, let's sing, you know, getting super
So,
uncomfortable. But
First of all, Tommy's just kind of push his way through the crowd of people on the stair and doorway to in there, and Ogden will look pretty mad, but as Khalid advances on him, he just kind of takes a step back until he's up against the wall. Khalid grabs him. Tavi goes, what is it? Tavi go. I lost my train of thought.
It's okay.
Tavi goes, Ogden, is this all true in here? Have you been taking money from the city to have a group of people terrorize everybody around here? And Ogden just kind of looks between all of you. It's like, they are a security force.
Khalid,
We needed help.
I'm sorry.
They are guarding.
Khalid has him physically now?
Yes.
How far is he from his desk?
I mean, it's not the biggest of rooms. He's probably like 3-4 feet from it.
So Khalid would attempt mid-sentence, assuming, timing and all that, to accelerate his face into the desk mid-speech.
Elspeth.
I'm just going to say this isn't going to work out for you. You may as well go ahead and tell the truth.
Elspeth
Give
is
me
going
another
to
athletics check.
visibly startle, drop the book, and just like scoosh back out into the hallway again.
Yeah. So Khalid and Alex are gonna do their whole where Khalid beats him to death and Alex
So-
makes the comments.
Ogden says that, and just about the time he finishes, he smashes his face into the counter of corner of the desk, and as you pull him back up, he's just streaming blood from his nose, like hanging sideways.
My
It's like-
goodness.
Your turn off again.
Oh, poor honey.
Sorry.
She's being
He
polite
pulls
eating
him back
pretzels.
up while his face is crammed down there. Cam's
Yeah.
just gonna walk over. And he's gonna lean in. And he's gonna say right in Ogden's ear. You know, your best bet is to fess up. That'd be the smartest thing you can do. And if you're not real smart, keep on lying. But you know what? We got proof, buddy. You're going down.
Roll an intimidation check with advantage.
Can I help? Because I hit
She already
him?
has it.
That's why it's advantage.
She already
Yeah.
has advantage.
Okay, sorry, I didn't hear the advantage part. I got excited.
Can I smash him again?
And this is the most
Whoa.
intimidating halfling you have ever seen.
Elspeth is intimidated.
Cam's tone never fluctuates. It's perfectly reasonable.
So, all good intimidation attempts are very much helped by a 6.5 foot half demon smashing your head into a counter. So as he comes up again, like he's gone from like this put on like superiority, like he's very put out with y'all being in his office, to like just looking afraid. It's like you can take the money. Just kind of holds his face. Just kind of smears the blood across it. Just let me go. You can take it, and
I'm thinking
not
of going
talking about this.
outside this room and go to the street and like using mold earth to make it difficult terrain so that when you drag him through the street, he'll hit his face on the rock.
you space out rocks like
That
every
would
2
be
feet.
Amazing.
Cam's just gonna go over and lean up against the wall, pull out his pan flute, and play a little sad tune.
Funeral dirge. It's just kind of, and Ogden he goes quiet and just kind of stares wide-eyed at Khalid.
Alex is just gonna be kind of leaning against the door jamb, idly twirling her dagger, and she's just gonna be like, you know, we already know.
Perhaps we should make this more
Well,
public.
tell Tavik the truth so that he can share it with the rest of the townspeople.
Nope.
You're turned off.
So Talvik, who's the justice around here?
Tommy keeps his eyes on Ogden. It's more democracy. I mean, we used to have a marshal, but
So we
quit
go
a while
with.
back, but
So we
So I
tie him
think
up
you
in the
call a
town
town
square.
so
I mean, that
usually
seems
when somebody
reasonable
breaks
to
the
me,
law
but-
to a great extent, we banish them from town.
I think it's time to call a town meeting.
I believe you might be right.
Well, Khalid is going to begin dragging him out of the room. I mean, if he can keep up, you know, he can walk along. But Khalid's got a grip on his coat or shirt or whatever.
He's just holding onto your hands, like getting pulled along, kind of staggering. Is Felix awake?
Nope, he's dead.
Aww.
I don't suppose there's a drum in here, is there? I can get to play, you know, the death march or something.
I know that the mayor does not have a drum in his office.
Well, you know, you can always hope.
You just go
Yeah.
on Stump's back. Boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom,
I'll
boom,
use
boom.
my pan flute to the best of my ability to play it.
And Tavik, he'll
March.
kind of push on ahead and kind of limp down the staircase and leave. And as you come out, he's talking to like 3 or 4 others, and they take off
Cam will
running.
start yelling at the top of his lungs. Hear ye, hear ye!
Can I use
Town meeting, center square!
Can I use thaumaturgy on Cam to
Can you use on other people?
I don't know.
I don't know, but that'd be funny if you did that to Cam in the middle of
Sure,
it.
I'll allow it.
Nice.
Like, damn, I'm loud.
So Cam's voice just echoes through the streets. Like, you can like hear the fluttering of birds just flying away in the distance, like from the forest edge.
That makes Cam happy. Oh, he gets into it. I'll even roll a performance check.
Oh no! Wait, careful.
Oh God.
Careful.
Good.
Dad.
Back, nobody heard you.
It was all squeaking.
Yeah.
It was squeaky but loud.
You know, we're getting used to this.
Hit puberty somewhere in the middle of it.
Does her performance seem feminine?
Oh my God. Insight check.
It's like every
I
time
don't
Cam
know.
talks. Inside.
I want to know how sexist the rest of this reasoning is going to be.
It's Merkin, so assume very.
Yeah. He keeps calling everybody "milady."
Yep, I'm rolling inside.
Oh my lord.
Oh, and I crit.
Whoa!
Oh.
Ah.
So close, Cam.
It's
She would have had to have crit too to be able to beat him.
Crits
Don't
only
worry.
actually count on weapon
Yeah.
attacks.
yeah. So I mean, she's yelling on top of a lung. I mean, it's a little higher pitched than you would think normally, maybe. But, you know, it kind of comes out a little more as she's yelling. But you know,
I crit the inside check. I'm just pointing that out.
Crits only apply to a weapon attack.
And I beat her deception roll by 2.
yeah. But if you can justify somebody yelling and now you know it's your sister,
Yeah, you
I
can't
didn't
go-
say I wanted to know it was my sister. I said I wanted to know, like, did it sound off to me?
I mean, it's
Y-
Cam kind of she modulates her voice when she's just talking, but when she's like putting real force behind it, you can tell there's a little, little higher pitched than what she usually talks with.
So either she's younger than she seems, or curlier.
I'm gonna make a look at her, and I'm gonna post the picture inside Discord.
Oh my lord.
So we're in the square.
Everybody around just kind of turns to look at you, and these people that Tavi was talking to just kind of runs off, to get more people. And Tavi turns back to Khalid, just let them come here, and we'll hold it here.
Are there any trees?
In the middle of town? No, I mean, it's like a, like
Is
a
there some
covered
stocks?
porch.
Is there some
It's
stocks?
pillars or.
Is
Is
there
there
some
anything I
stocks?
can
No,
hang a
there's
rope
no stocks.
over?
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, it's a two-story building, and this kind of hangs out over it, so the covered porch thing. So there's like pillar stands, whatever.
I'm gonna
all
tie
along-
him
all
to
around
that.
the house.
Oh, easy.
I'm gonna tie
Hold
him
on,
to
hold
that.
on. Slow down. He's in my hands. Chill out before you start magicking people around.
I'm not magicking him. I'm going to tie him up with a real rope.
Well, hold on. I'd like to role
Yeah,
play
Khalid's holding him.
discussion.
Khalid too.
Yeah, let's. Who knows how to tie knots?
What?
Can we get the picture of
Oh.
town?
Maybe.
I know how. Well, do I know how to tie knots? I have rope, and I would assume I know how to tie knots.
Yeah, I mean, you can tie a basic knot.
A noose specific.
Ooh, can I tie a noose? Do I need to roll something for that?
I don't know how many people have you hung.
Well, I don't know. But
You
I
don't
would.
know.
I
You
would
lost count?
expect. Well, I would expect. I have never hung anybody personally, but I would expect that I have been exposed to nooses.
Hung people.
I've seen a car. I could totally build one because of that.
I mean, you
I
can
mean-
you can probably start working on a knot if you really want to.
Okay, I could do that. I'll start working it out. Do I need to roll for it? What do I need to?
No, I mean, it'll just take you a moment. Figure it out.
Okay.
May take a couple of tries,
Okay, I'm gonna start.
Just test it out
tying a
before
noose.
you're sure you're
Yeah,
done.
Just because you worked on a boat doesn't mean you. good at it.
I didn't say anything about a boat. It's a noose. I'm making a noose.
Nuisance. All right.
Um,
So as you're standing there, more and more people kind of start gathering around. Looking between all you and Talvik and Ogden and the dog. And
dog?
yeah,
Oh.
buddy.
My dog?
And kind of questioning, whispering between each other. What's this about?
Cam, would you like to go on and read the contents of that journal? I think the townspeople deserve to.
Cam will look to Talvik first and say, would you like to say something first, or you want me to start reading?
Is she still 3 times as loud? Because of the thaumaturgy?
I don't know, you can turn it off.
But it would be funny.
Would you like to read something first?
No, it's a bad performance check. It's more like da 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 da.
Wouldn't matter to Cam. Cam's gonna say it anyway.
Eleanor's whispers like, "Arr!"
Now Topic has one eye and one ear.
Poor Talvik.
Talvik looks pretty rough,
The more we save him, the more parts he's missing.
He's limping. He's kind of like half bloodied now, from being in there, and he's missing an eye still. It's not exactly.
Soon as 2
So what's
peg
the
legs.
answer?
But Talvik turns he just nods and waves Cam towards the crowd. Like, read it, and then we can handle it.
Okay.
And we'll go, okay. So, your mayor has been colluding with the Crimson Hawks, whose leader is a rogue mage, as found by our
Scattered gasps.
paladin of the church of whatever the hell church it is. I can't remember.
It's not a church.
Cam would
It's an
know.
order.
Order of the whatever.
Fucking hell.
Sorry, I haven't read it.
And there's no fucking tea.
Cam would know about like I know things. Okay, so
Yeah.
the order of whatever the hell it is.
Sadist.
Sadist. Yeah.
The arch.
And we have proof. And Cam will hold her hand out towards Elspeth for the book.
Elspeth is totally still hiding inside, but she dropped it, like upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
We
the
have
book is
So I'm sure
upstairs.
someone picked.
The book was dropped upstairs.
Really, Elspeth, you had one fucking job.
One moment. She runs upstairs, comes out, hands to Cam, runs back inside.
And out.
Everybody pauses dramatically.
It's like a 30 seconds where the whole crowd is just staring
Sorry,
at
I got very overwhelmed. I am sorry. I'm going to go back inside.
Cam just sings a little song. So when it gets the book, and they'll open it to the pages that talk first about the obsidian experimenting on the people and taking the people.
Okay.
Then we'll turn to the pages about Ogden and Ogden's duplicity in it. And then you'll hold up the book and say, this was the journal of the leader who unfortunately got away. But the lieutenant, or was it a lieutenant or a captain?
The captain of the guards.
The captain of the guards
Vol.
is gone.
And I'm gonna hold up his sword.
He's met his justice.
It's on my back.
I
Why do you keep magicking shit off of me?
You
didn't
wield
give
Khalid.
it to you.
Yes,
Cam will step
you
back
did.
And we'll actually
I
hand
remember
the
giving it to you.
tome to Talvik and say, this is up to you and your people to determine what happens with this.
May I recommend? By now have I got a good noose yet?
Yes, by now. Yes. I like to
gonna hold
stand
it
there
up.
just hanging up a rope with a noose on it.
Might I recommend?
Proud kindergartner with a macaroni picture.
Might I recommend this option here? I haven't been to a good hanging in a while.
Also, the blacksmith and not blacksmith, the leather worker and his family did not leave. They tried to leave town and they were captured, and we've rescued them.
Yeah.
They're at the church being treated right now.
There's a dwarf on the edge of the crowd. Looks kind of offended when you say blacksmith. And Greek the correction.
Khalid makes note of the blacksmith.
That was for you, Khalid. Great slip of the tongue.
So Talvik takes the book and holds it up like, I trust these people. They have done more for me than anybody else that I have met in a long time. I owe them my life, and we owe them our safety in this
gold.
town.
Some
like
Jesus.
He kind of pauses and looks at Stump for a second, and then goes back to what he was saying. Ogden has betrayed us. His greed brought these people to us under pretense of protection. While they have abused our trust, they have taken our people, they have taken our gold, our money, they have taken our safety and our homes. The ones responsible have been punished, but Ogden invited it in. He's no longer fit to be our mayor, and he's no longer fit for life in Falkhaven.
Or in general, if you want.
I'm gonna swing the noose.
So Elspeth is going to call out from the door, Davik for mayor!
What do you do?
Tavik, second best mayor.
There's gonna be this like agreeing like murmur in the crowd, and
Khalid's gonna wander over and just gonna casually, very calmly, put Ogden's head through the noose and just start to tighten it up around his neck.
so Sawi kind of turns like he leans in, like lowers his voice. He's like, we don't really do those really, you know.
Oh,
Oh, but we do.
is beheading more preferable?
We are the most severe punishment we've doled out is banishment. If you would like to present him to the authorities in Riverend, and see them a harsher punishment than that, then I'm not going to stop you. But I don't think you will win points here by execution.
He
To
thinks
be-
we're here for points.
So Khalid will kind of make sure the noose is snug around his neck before he steps forward to kind of lean in and murmur back to Tavik. Now, I think it's very important for you to understand that I have no interest in winning points. While I understand your concern in your traditions, this man has done enough for his lifetime.
So he kind of rubs his forehead and just turns his back to like the crowd and just looks at Ogden. And he shakes his head and turns back to people. Ogden has forfeit his time in Falkhaven. It is up to you to decide if he has forfeit more than that.
Please note, I'm gonna kind of settle up. Please
What
note.
happened to Leah?
I mean,
She lost her
here.
head.
no, there's a bug in here. I'm just waiting for it to come in range so I can kill it. So, anyway, I would just like
It's
to
right there. Do you see it?
No, it's not.
It's like
up
right there.
here. You idiot. Okay. Anyway, I should like to point out that this man is known to have been colluding with a rogue mage. Khalid is well within his rights to take this man's life.
Oh, now these fucking people know what my order does.
Huh?
Nothing.
Kills people. I think they're pretty sure have all been.
I mean, literally
people.
everybody in Aedor knows.
Look, he's in the order of street dragging. Okay, they mostly drag people through
Elspeth
this.
said that you kill people, so you know.
I like how. Don't worry, she's noting this conversation.
Yeah. So, Tommy tells the crowd that, and you can hear this like silent murmur, and
Thumbs up, he's banished. Thumbs down, he's hung.
Khalid is not waiting for a vote. I assume this dude is standing on a stool or whatever.
Well, I don't think you'd have a stool because it's kind of, up against the.
Well, I mean, nooses don't really work very well unless there's something to hang from. So I am
I don't know what
presuming
y'all are doing.
Alex had enough forethought to go get
She just
something
made
for
the
him to
news, and
stand
she was
on.
delighted that she managed to
We
not.
didn't,
Yeah,
we didn't say
it's
anything
actually
about
we're
getting a
actually
stool.
hanging him from his dick. That's
We didn't say anything about getting a stool.
Because I doubt it.
Khalid, roll something. Let me check what the hell skills there are.
what am I doing that requires rolling?
Roll intimidation with advantage.
Oh well, that's all. That's all you, Cleed.
All right. So there's this silent murmur in the crowd. This is like the topic addresses them, and you kind of start to put the noose around his neck. And it takes a few seconds, and like somebody calls like hang him, and then there's like more and more pick it up after a while, and this like takes about 30 seconds. So there's a pretty unison chant to hang him.
Bloodthirsty as Alex is. That's delightful. Okay.
Bloodthirsty.
Cam's done his part. He just goes over and stands next to
Yep.
Cattle.
And I'm standing next to Cam and Stump, and I'm just kind of making a face at Cam, like,
Like that face.
Cam
in
just
the-
gives Merkin a toothy grin.
Elspeth turns away and literally covers her eyes.
Khalid is going to lean in and make very solid eye contact with him. The holy flame starting to flicker in his eyes again. This is a very special place for you after this.
He goes like it's a Titan's right. So you can't do this.
And he's going to kick this chair or stool out as he starts talking.
Okay.
And he stops talking.
I'm
Uh,
also
He just kind
because
of dangles there for a bit, like trying to grab it.
Oh, so
Oh, Stump! I'm so sorry, Stump!
his neck didn't even break when it. Man.
It wasn't that big of a
I
fight.
mean, nobody wanted to torture the dude.
Khalid
Hold on, I object to that.
Yeah, that's kind of an assumption here.
Live with yourselves. Stump and I are gonna go have rum.
Khalid is going to just
whipped
watch
up
him.
a crowd into literally supporting a lynching.
Yeah.
Khalid is going to stand there with his arms folded across his chest to make sure this dude gets the life strangled out of it.
And his eyes bulge. He gets redder and redder, and he's kind of clawing at his neck, and that motion gets weaker and weaker, and then he just stops moving.
Make a death save.
He fails.
He crit succeeds and bounces right back up.
He goes right back up, clawing at his neck, and then he stops again. Stump goes up
I'm
and
not
heals him, and he goes.
quite
Is that the bug? Is that what's moving on the wall behind you there, Leah?
No, it's in front of me. I know right where the damn thing is.
What kind of bug is it?
I don't know.
Are you sure
It's
there aren't two
big.
of them?
How many legs does it have? Does it fly?
Is it a
I don't know
stinger?
if it flies or not. I don't think it flies. It's been crawling around confused.
Is it a spider?
No, it's not a spider. If it was a spider,
Is
I'd
it
have
an
been
earwig?
gone long before now, y'all.
Is it an earwig?
I don't know what it is.
Cicada?
I have no.
You might want to find out if it's a stink bug before your dog does.
No, he's
It's
smash
not
it.
a stink bug.
And as Ogden kind of stops fighting, or getting strangled, the kind of chanting and murmuring from the crowd also dies
I'll be
down.
right
And
back.
he just kind of lingering around.
She saw my GIF.
I did not.
She did.
Oh.
That's why she laughed.
Yeah, that's what she has.
Khalid's gonna clap his hands together and go join the group.
Is it too soon to search the body?
If it stopped moving, it's fair game.
I mean, I can't tell you what to do.
I've tried really hard to suggest. Elspeth is inside the mayor's office, just like sitting on the floor.
And the receptionist at bottom, I assume, like where the receptionist was.
Yeah.
And
Like
he's
she had
he's
them
just
on-
kind of sitting there, just kind of like hiding behind the desk, sort of like trying to be forgotten.
Yeah.
Okay, this does not involve me, and I don't want to be involved in it, and I'm just gonna be here, and everybody forgets I exist.
So Elspeth is eventually going to kind of overcome her shock, and she's going to look at him and she's going to say, if you knew anything that could implicate yourself in this, or if there are any papers or anything, I suggest you run.
He holds up his hand like, I didn't know anything. I was not involved. I just put him up to his room. They came here.
I am not asking. I'm simply offering a warning.
He keeps all his files up in his room. I mean, I don't keep that.
Elspeth goes upstairs and starts searching through his files.
Okay. So roll an investigation check.
Mainly looking for anything that's, I mean, you know, where is it?
What are y'all talking about?
Yeah, no.
You had to be watching. You had to be watching the camera.
Oh.
Okay, so you find regular paperwork. You know, there's some like tax documents. There are some general like just who owns what. You know, deeds.
Yeah.
Vision and such. You find the contract signed with the Crimson Hawks, where they were supposed to be paid. What was it? 150 gold a month
Okay.
for the protection of the city. And as you're looking around, kind of digging this desk there underneath, he's kind of tucked away like I'm not gonna say a secret compartment. He's just kind of hidden in there. You're kind of behind. There is a smaller metal chest-looking thing box
Okay.
where it's not locked or anything. And as you go in, there's a number of gold coins in there.
Oh shit! I'm not telling anyone how much gold's in that fucking box.
Okay. How heavy is the box?
It's you can lift it. It's
Bug vacuum
It's-
for the win.
what?
Bug vacuum.
What the hell's a bug vacuum?
I think it's a vacuum, but with a gimmick.
It traps the bugs in the little thing, and then I let them die.
Okay, so you know a regular vacuum does the same thing.
But this one will see how it's like very lightsabery like.
See how it's a lot smaller and can catch not as big bugs as a regular vacuum?
Well, it caught that one that was plaguing me. Oh look, it's trying to get out. It will never get out. Okay. Bye. I'll be
Okay,
right back.
well, that message brought to you by Southerners. It probably weighs around 5 pounds.
Okay, so I can actually carry it.
Yes.
Okay. Is that nothing else, nothing
No, it smells like paperwork.
Okay.
No, nothing really interesting.
Okay. Elspeth is going to. Will the box fit inside of her bag, or does she need to like take the coins out to?
No, I mean, what bag does she have? Like a backpack?
Yeah, I think it's
Does
just
she
like
have like a?
I think it's
coin
probably like a
purse?
simple backpack. Let me see. I got like it was called like a scholar's pack. So she's got like books in it.
It's
Yeah, a
probably
backpack. I have a backpack.
I'm bad at estimating inches. Probably about like 10 by 6 inches.
Okay. She's going to slide the whole box into her backpack and then
Alright.
head downstairs.
Alrighty. What
So-
everybody else doing while this is going on? Because Elspeth's probably disappearing for a number of minutes.
Khalid is going to go to fuck the other guy, not Ogden. New Ogden.
New Ogden, the
Who's
receptionist.
Ogden?
No, the guy.
Tavik?
Yeah, thanks.
Tawik.
Yes. He's gonna kind of pull him off to the side and kind of mention quietly, we liberated some of the gold that was paid to the mercenaries. Obviously, I think we can all agree that the townspeople value your opinion and guidance. So I think it would be a kind gesture, and for you to announce that you have found the gold and it returns to the coffers of the people.
And he'll nod at you. Like, do you have it? Did you bring it with you?
Yes, I have it here.
Oh, didn't you? I mean, before I announce it, you have solved a problem for the town, but it didn't solve the underlying issue.
No, it did
If
not.
you understand what I'm saying. The Hawks, we allowed the Hawks to come for a reason, and with the Hawks gone, that reason.
Well, Mike, I
exist.
wonder.
Whoa, AB conversation.
Yeah. Why is Alex in every conversation happening?
She's actually role playing my back pocket.
Make her roll Constitution. You had a little gas.
Yeah, the beans this morning were really bad. No, the mage that got away is of significant concern to me. The things he was doing are well beyond the things that my order hunts people down for. I can't just leave.
Do you believe he was the cause of this? The Hawks was one problem, but goblins and wolves and bears and boars.
The goblins had a treaty with the Hawks, so they'll likely become a problem again. And based off of the readings of the journal, the goblins are guarding the mines, where there's something in there that's causing issue with the animals. So no, you're absolutely right. This does not solve the issue permanently. This only solves the more obvious problem.
So technically, it's not my place to make the decision, but we have paid this money for protection of the town once, and I feel confident that it would be spent better in your care than it was the previous owner.
Allow me to. I can't speak for everyone in the group, but I'll speak with them and we'll make a decision.
Have I made it back down yet?
Khalid is clearly talking to Tavik, so
I guess I was searching
if at
for a
this
while.
point Alex climbs out of his back pocket and wants to chime in,
Alex
No,
rappels down from the side of the building, hangs upside down.
hello.
I have literally nothing to say.
But yeah, Elspeth makes her way out.
Okay. If as Khalid finishes talking to Tadic, she would head over to him. I went into the office and I found more gold there.
I think that should likely go to Tavik. It's the people's.
No, it was I brought it up to you because there was the other gold that was also the people's. I didn't know who. Anyway, but you guys ever talk? And gives him the box.
So now he has another box.
Yes.
He's going to take that box and put it into Tavik's chest.
Okay.
The box that Elspeth brought him.
Are you just
That's the-
carrying this around? Because it's the second box is smaller, but the first one was probably like a few thousand coins in.
Yeah, if it's 40, you said it was 40 pounds, so that's 2,000 gold.
Well, it's not just gold coins in there. It's it's coins.
2,000 gold, Dad.
Okay. Khalid is colorblind.
It's shiny. Okay. But yes, I am totally carrying around like 40 pounds of coin chest.
Goosh, 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 goosh.
This is why I did
Khalid's
not roll
back has got to be hurting.
any stealth checks at all. So Khalid's gonna try to find the rest of the group. We've got a little bit to discuss, I think. Shall we see if the innkeeper will have us?
I'd like some food.
I could not agree more.
I don't mind proper bed for the night.
And you can actually see the innkeeper, the halfling, and his wife is actually standing off the side.
Are they giving us the stink eye?
No, they're just talking to some other people. They're not looking at you, but they're there. They were in the group of people watching.
Cam will go over and just put his arms around each of them. Hi!
And both of them, like in unison, go like,
Think we could get some rooms for tonight?
"Are you paying, and are you going to shoot arrows at our dwarf friend?"
I hope there's no more arrows. I can't
Alright.
guarantee you anything, but yeah, we'll pay you.
Then my inn is open to you.
Thank you. I'm hungry.
Sure can whip something up to fix that too.
You're the best.
We'll make our way back there in a moment. If you want to get settled in.
We'll make sure that Merkin gives you a good review.
He looks a little confused at that. All right.
So,
Then they turn
Onto
back
the
into
inn.
the conversation.
Cam will wave to the other people and then get on towards the end.
Elspeth will follow a
Yep.
little behind everybody
Khalid's
else.
gonna follow after.
All right. Everybody going in?
Yeah.
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 Alrighty.
I want my spells back.
I need to pull up the actual document that I had an in it. Guys, I really need to organize this better. Let's see. That's not it. That's it. Alright. As a return to the Gilded Rose, it is currently empty except for a human woman, the waitress that you've seen there before. As you come in, she goes, "Oh, Rio's out. Can I get you something to drink?"
Food and whatever you got that's best to drink.
Something strong if you have it available.
Yeah.
Oh, strong. Yeah. We can fix that. The food is going to be a little while because I don't think we have anything prepared to cook unless you just want some bread for a moment.
Oh, but that'd be fine.
Then you'll have to wait until, they come back and
You don't like
sure
have
can
like
arrange
any
something.
bar nuts or anything? I mean,
Bar
geez.
nuts.
Bar nuts. Yeah,
That's awesome.
it's the, they have a big jar of like pickled eggs on the counter.
Can't
I
believe
feel like the lead would prefer that to bread.
Yeah, but she disappears behind there, and she gets just kind of brings out big tankards of cider and like smaller glasses of whiskey. Everybody,
Wherever Cam sits is
What on
going to
earth
be
are you
next to
talking about?
Stump.
she also sets out these little dinner rolls for the moment.
He's gonna look at them very dubiously.
Elspeth is gonna take a drink and go sit by herself.
Bread, egg, bread, sandwich. Pickled egg sandwich.
Mm.
Are we at the inn?
Yes.
I am going to tip the innkeeper 2 gold and thank.
He's not there at the moment, but yeah.
Cam tipped him extra last time too.
As you all settle in, I mean, his innkeeper and his wife kind of comes back in, just nods at you, and she disappears behind there. And like, I'll get some stew going for y'all.
You're a peach.
And the other innkeeper, he disappears in the back room, and then he comes out with his small little shot glasses. Like, this is special brandy just for you.
Brandy.
And he puts it all out for you. Make it myself. Keep it for special occasion. I think you deserve it.
Sit and have one with us.
Oh, no, I couldn't.
Why not? They asked you to.
And he kind of looks over his shoulder, you know, where his wife disappeared to. It's like,
I'm inside checking this man.
okay.
Is he actually afraid of his wife?
Is he poisoning us? Or
You notice he's wearing a black mask. No, he mostly seems to be worried of being caught by his wife.
I'm definitely having some brandy then.
Yeah, like he just kind of
Cam's
looks
having it.
towards the kitchen. And he just slips down the seat next to Cam and like, all right, quick.
Yeah, come on, a quick one. And we'll raise a toast to him.
Forcing this one like
To the best inn in town.
to the saviors of Falkhaven, and he raises his own glass to everybody and shots it.
Cool. Cam will follow suit.
Khalid will participate.
Elspeth
I
does
will
not.
definitely have a drink or two. Elspeth doesn't drink anything?
Well, she got like a rum or something earlier, but she's sitting away from the group and she does not participate in the toast.
Cam will clink his glass against Stump's and down it.
Stump will also down it.
All right.
And I kind of look over at Cam and go, "You have quite the lovely falsetto."
Yeah, you know, got a nice variety.
I give her that look again.
Cheesy grin.
So, if
And you hear this yell from the kitchen like Brio, and the innkeeper just kind of slams his glass down and just scurries off.
As he hops up, Elspeth wants to kind of move over and ask him, I'm sorry, quick question. Do you have enough rooms available that I could pay for my own tonight?
Yeah. There's plenty. I mean, I think we have. There's six in total.
Wonderful. How much would that cost?
It's 5 silver per night.
Okay. And she pulled it out and she hands him the 5 silver.
All right. He pockets it and he just kind of dashes off.
She goes back to her table.
so, before we fall too far into the bottoms of our cups. It was I attempted to return the townspeople's money, but to Tawik, but he countered with the suggestion that we might be able to help them with the threats that were dealt with by the hawks, the animals, and the goblins.
Cam just drinks faster.
I told him I could not speak for the group, but he suggested that if we stayed to help, and he looks over at Cam and Stump and Alex, knowing that this will likely motivate them, that this would be our payment.
Cam will just look up at Stomp.
Well, I suppose it would be nice to be paid for something that we're going to do anyways.
I mean,
Yeah, what he said.
I agree. I'm fine with that. It's definitely not been boring.
Cam will continue eating and drinking.
Look at Merkin and Elspeth.
Elspeth's across the room.
Elspeth, we're having a bit of a meeting, and your insight would be interesting.
Simply tell me where we are to go, and I will follow.
Well,
Ow. Such enthusiasm.
I like how Cassine put this in her roleplay as well.
Just like
This eager
whatever
enthusiasm
you
for whatever we're
say.
doing.
it's almost like we're playing WoW again.
Yeah.
The real question is whether you'd like to stay here with us or continue on to the tower. You've shown yourself to be particularly capable. I'm not sure you need my escort.
Wait, we're getting hired here?
Yes.
That seems to be the case, yes.
I feel
At
like
least solve
this
the
is
problem.
less important than warning the tower that the dark ether exists. I feel like this is the side quest that allows the world to end because we protected the one town instead of all the towns.
I don't know how much of that was in character.
It's hard to tell with Merkin.
That was me critiquing your plan.
Okay, great. Which part of that was in character?
I just came back from checking on an almost sleeping child. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
So, I will look over from making that face at Cam and go. Seems a bit, perhaps short-sighted to focus on one town, when perhaps that book needs to make its way somewhere to warn the town.
I agree, and we can likely send it on to the tower, but I'm not about to let Obsidian get any closer than he already is. He had to deal with the goblins, so I imagine he can seek refuge there. But I recall him mentioning in his journal that he was close to whatever it is he was doing.
Also, I think that Elspeth had an excellent point when she said that she didn't think that he was liable to move too far from the source of whatever it is he's working on, because there's no telling where any other sources of this material may be.
Well, as I seem to recall, we've run into goblins twice. Well, goblins and red hawks, both times at quarries. Who's to say that this is the only hole in the ground where you can find this accursed shit?
Well, we don't know, but I mean, it seems to me like he wouldn't have set up shop here unless this was the best place for him to get it.
I'll just say,
It's
that book
best.
needs to stay with us.
Most convenient.
Well, Elspeth does seem particularly interested in holding on to the book. So,
She certainly does.
I don't think anybody else is going to protect it better than us.
There is a lot of information that has not been uncovered yet, and while I understand that you have a lot of respect for the tower, I am just cautious about whose hands it might fall into.
as I said, it's yours. I don't intend to pull it out of your hands. I would ask that perhaps we send a messenger off to the tower to at least, if not the tower, then my order. This may be if it's
Hey,
just
Khalid.
obsidian.
Do you know their name? Send it on that special paper.
I suppose I do, because I would know whoever I report to. Right, Dad?
Yeah, you would know somebody somewhere.
I mean, the paper takes a long time to get there and has 1 hit point.
I mean, yeah. But
Flawless.
I mean, it's a paper bird. As long as it doesn't rain on it, you're fine.
fuck.
It would set up to rain.
I think we should send a foot messenger.
Send both.
Yeah. Both work. But regardless, I do
I
think-
mean, you would know. There's also, like, birds.
Yeah.
You could probably...
They'll
at
make
le-
a nest.
At least
out
to
of
River End, you could get a bird, because it's the closest major town.
Or you could take one of those little pieces of parchment with the runes on the corner.
I feel like it's a very
Write a
circular argument.
50-word message.
That's what Cam
So
just
we-
said, Leah.
yeah.
Oh, I missed it because everybody's just like, he's
She was
like,
painting her nails.
You missed it because you're painting your nails.
no, I'm not painting my nails tonight. I'm just.
Yeah. No, I do that
She's
all the
just-
time. I'm like,
She's
we
just
should
smelling it.
go to the edge of the woods, and everyone's like, we've been there for like 10 minutes. Like, oh.
Well, I'm like, I'm.
She's
Um,
just smelling the nail polish.
Yes, it's good for you. Okay. So, Elspeth, do you intend on staying with us?
As much as I appreciate your kind words about my abilities, I do not feel that I have much of a choice. I am not very good at travel. I don't know that I could make it to the towers, nor do I think you should trust that I would go in your absence.
Wow, that was
Khalid
honest.
is going to be taken
Stunned.
quite aback by that statement. While I appreciate your concern given your origin story, you realize what you were suggesting.
That I don't wish to go to the tower. I did not think that I had made that very secret.
Not wishing to go is different than not going.
It has been a long day. Perhaps we can discuss this in the morning. He's gonna get up.
As you stand up, the waitress comes out with bowls of stew for everybody.
She just heads upstairs.
Elspeth slaps one bowl out of her hand.
BAM! And runs! Just
This whole
bullets!
Cam's
Mofo, I've got alter self now!
Yeah.
Now she heads upstairs.
Okay.
Oh, and while I'm up there, can I try again to figure out the cipher?
Let me roll an intelligence check.
An actual intelligence check this time.
Yes.
As opposed to not an actual intelligence? Oh, I get it now.
I mean, it's not a language that you recognize,
Yeah.
and some of it seems to be like literal code. Like, if you sit and
Because
work on
she's-
it, you can maybe work it out over a very long period of time, unless you have a key or something like kind of.
Okay.
I
for
would
it.
suggest every time she rolls for it, and let her roll once per session, you lower the DC to represent her working on it over session.
Then he's gonna
Yeah,
start it at like DC 40.
Well,
350.
she's just gonna. She'll spend the evening working, just trying. So.
But as you work on it, you can kind of tell the stuff in common that he's written seems to be his actual journal, and the other stuff seems to be his like work notes. Kind of, it's you can tell some of it's like measurements because there's numbers like
Okay.
amounts of something. Some of it seems to be almost like algebra,
Okay.
but you don't you can't tell what the actual things are.
Are we building a boat? Are we building an airplane?
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
So we eat.
Meat. A lovely meat stew.
Cam will eat Elspeth's bowl since Elspeth.
Yeah, the waitress comes over like, should I? Yeah, do I need
I'll
to
eat
send?
it.
Oh, here,
I'll pay you for it.
Should I send something up to her room? Are you taking?
I think that's probably best.
I think you should.
I would probably think that maybe something that isn't going to go cold. And I would probably just knock on the door and leave it on the outside. She seems a little bit skittish tonight.
Oh, okay, that's fine. Well, everybody likes their privacy.
Yeah, I think she needs a little more than most.
Elspeth is people too much.
Elspeth has killed too many people today. She's had too much to happen.
You know, between the murder and the lynch mob, it's been
It's
Lynch
been
mob.
a rough day for
lynch mob.
There hasn't been a lynch mob.
I was pretty close.
Hang him! Hang him! Hang him!
He was a motherfucker and he deserved it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, I mean 100%. But Elspeth seems to err on the side of life.
So at some point there'll be a knock on Elspeth's door, and if she ever looks outside, a little tray of like breads and cheeses and some jams and
And at some point it does migrate in.
tankard of cider. It's in there.
She finally gives up. She's like,
Yeah.
"No." Sorry.
And if nobody else is doing anything, then
Head upstairs.
go to bed.
Bedtime.
Long rest. Although
Who was bunking with Elspeth?
Um,
No,
earlier.
she has her own.
it
Oh.
was Alex, but
Yeah.
so Alex is gonna have to have her own room, I guess.
Is
How
Alex questioning the fact that Elspeth is no longer there?
No. She, I mean, she would have noticed that Elspeth went and talked to the innkeeper by herself and then disappeared. I mean, you
Alright.
know.
Yeah. Elspeth wasn't quiet about it or anything.
How much?
No, she was pretty forthright about how she didn't want to have nothing to do with anybody else in the group.
What are the coin values inside the box?
Yeah. Well, I mean, she thinks I'm great.
You taking the evening to count it out?
Sure.
Let me look that up.
Because it will make Cam and Stump happy.
Who is bunking with Khalid, and can they please, as he counts, be like 32, 67?
I was gonna say Stump can offer to help.
Like 1, 2. There is.
Can I just make sure I bunk at the same place I stayed last time? Because I recall that bed was super posh.
Yeah, you're on the same rooms. There is 1,200 copper pennies, whatever.
Oh my god, why the copper?
And there's 900 silver coins. And there's 180 gold coins. And then there are a handful of rubies and bloodstones, which is worth about 50 gold each.
Oh,
So,
does a baby.
Okay, so 50 gold worth of rubies, 50 gold worth
Asher
of
up on his
bloodstones.
schedule.
yes.
Okay, so for division purposes, do I just assume we sell them in the morning
Where are you selling them?
at the fucking
Unless
ruby
people need 'em
bloodstone
for
store?
components.
Are you you using earplugs, Felix?
I mean, you can go check and see if anybody will buy them in town.
Okay, never mind. I'm not
I
doing
swear,
that.
CAG is the
People might need them
worst.
for components.
Guys.
I will say that carrying gemstones stuff around is probably a lot easier than carrying 500 gold coins around.
Bye.
They would buy more gems.
Okay, it's just for division purposes. This is a huge pain in the ass.
Yes.
He's
You're welcome.
purposefully making the copper and silver a huge pain in the ass.
He's rolling for it.
You know that, right? Hello, Asher.
Okay. So,
Copper and silver in there for a reason. If they weren't, be in the game.
that's they're in the game because they were in the first edition. It's one of those we did it before, so we're doing it
We
again.
are very nostalgic around here.
Ugh, miserable.
I remember back in 1978 when I played edition.
Need to
You
find a
weren't
bank.
alive in 1978. I'm pretty sure that only a couple of us were alive in 1978.
I mean, it was only 4 years before I was born.
What, 1978?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
if
are you
we,
younger than Felix?
Yep,
Felix, what year were you born in?
81.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're older than me by 1 year.
Babies, babies.
Yeah.
so
Yeah, right.
if we divide all of the gems evenly,
How about you divide all the coin and then you can sell the gems at a later point?
ugh,
What happened to not having
give
this
the
conversation?
gems to the magic because
Or you
they
just
may
keep
have
the
need
gems
of
at a
them.
party stash or something. Just to make
Yeah.
it easier on you.
is a what stash?
Joint
I put in
account?
my
I don't know.
request to find a bag of holding.
I mean, are you requesting the innkeeper or what? Because he's gonna stare at you.
I mean, well, when we in the morning we can see what we can find in town. We might be able to find some things that we may need, such as a bag of holding,
I
and
don't know if there's gonna be magic items here.
it might be.
I mean, it's
Hello.
possible. Why are you awake?
Yeah.
You should be sleeping.
Hey.
Wait, nothing.
Hey, baby.
Hello.
This is a weird show, Dad.
Yeah.
He's like, why are all the people on this show aiming at me?
Yeah, because you're cute.
hello.
Oh, thank you.
I don't know which one of them will look more tired.
Okay, so who is the first person to get gold? Cam, you were the first person. I'm just going left to right. You get
Yay.
44 gold, 181 silver, 221 copper. Okay, Elspeth.
Isn't there?
Doesn't matter.
No!
I do not make this harder. Do not fucking make this hard.
Take your cat out.
Getting
Bring
it,
out later.
whether you get it tonight or tomorrow,
You'll get
or
it
the
at some
next day,
point.
You're getting it.
Elspeth, you have that amount.
You mean in addition to, correct?
Yes, you that is
Just checking. Don't freak out on me, guy. Just clarifying.
fucking gold splitting PTSD after this shit.
Who needs hearts? Who needs hearts when we can just split gold every week?
Alright, Stump. That's
I
you.
have a question.
Yeah, yes.
Why does Cam get one more than your else?
Because that's how the division went. I can't break the gold in half. This is where we're at.
This
You
is
can go
unjust.
exchange it.
No, if you want to exchange, if you want to balance it out between you two, y'all can knock yourselves out. I took an even slice of however I could divide each set of coins. Not each
Oh my
value,
goodness. Oh my
each
goodness.
set.
Oh my goodness.
I think this is my favorite part of the game.
Alright, so How much did I get?
Stand
We
by.
haven't gotten there yet.
1 gold less than Cam. Just be understanding.
Okay,
of that.
doesn't everybody else get the same amount? Why are you typing everybody out?
Because no, not everyone
Apparently
gets the same
not.
amount. Because each of the
Because someone's
coins is
gonna
being.
get gypped on copper too.
I got 1 gold and 1 copper less than everybody.
And
Great.
1 silver.
And 1 silver less. How did that get accrued out of that?
Again,
Man.
I am dividing each gold pile
You should have
separately.
gone in alphabetical order.
No, I should not have. I went in order of camera, and it is way more fucking efficient than we ever did last time.
He's not wrong.
I'm having fun, guys. Are you having fun?
I hope you're having fun.
We need to find somebody to change all this heavy silver copper into gold pieces so that it's easier to
Cam pays for
carry.
everything around town in copper.
Jeez. Cam is the person at the checkout counter counting out pennies.
It's 4 silver. Hold on.
1,
Stand by.
2.
Didn't Cam go and donate our copper last time?
Yeah,
she did.
totally.
Tab,
So the
is this
gold
the
is the second from the bottom, and copper is the top.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Silver is the
It's
triangle.
Copper, silver, bullshit, gold.
Yeah,
Is
see,
the
this is
spot where
weighing us down.
Yeah, we're gonna stop here.
1209 XP?
No.
I
Nice
mean,
try, though.
Do they get any
We get
XP
any?
for hanging the mayor?
He's worth some XP.
Well,
Let me look up how much a commoner is.
Let me. Hey,
Huh?
he got shoved into a desk, dragged into the street, and lynched. It was pretty epic.
It
Also-
saved 5 others.
And I have suspicions about a member of our party.
Okay, so a commoner's 10 XP divided on 6. Cog, can you figure that out?
What about like the Paragon points? You know, like
Cam gets
Sure,
2.
you can get 100 XP. How's that each?
100 XP. Alright.
That won't do.
Okay.
God.
50.
Wait, that's not how this negotiation
I
is
already
supposed to
wrote
go.
down 100. That's
Yeah, I've already wrote down
We're
100 too.
1591. Yes?
Yes.
yes.
Okay. Tab's like, I just leveled you, stop bitching.
And y'all get a long rest?
Yes. So we get
A hit dice
a single hit dice back.
and your spells.
Oh my gosh, and all my lay on hands.
Bardic
Hey, I have a
inspiration.
question.
No.
I have a question. Supposedly going to 3rd level means that I get 2d6 sneak attack, but this is saying that I had 2d6 sneak attack at 1st level. So which one's wrong?
It just gets upgraded. but
It upgrades automatically.
Right, but remember, Cag, you and I were looking at that earlier. I said, oh look, it goes up to 2d6 sneak attack damage for 3rd level, and you said no, it's already 2d6, and I'm like, well, it just says it's 2d6, and then now I'm reading here, beginning at 1st level, you can deal an extra 2d6 damage to one creature you hit with an attack, if you have advantage on the attack.
I'm pretty sure sneak attack is 2d6 from 1st level, and then it goes up to 3.
Okay, well then it did not go up from when we leveled me.
So when I'm looking at it in 5e tools, and it's showing it that it's 1d6.
Yeah.
Um,
Extra 1d6.
The actual
First level.
The actual ability, though, says that 1st level you can deal 2d6. So now I'm confused
I don't think
of
so.
which I'm supposed to have.
No, I think it's just levels up.
Yeah. Beginning of 1st level, you know how to strike, blah, blah, blah. Once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6.
I think you just changed the text depending on what level you are.
Yeah, it just updated the feat. Or the class feature.
Where's it say? Where it get? Where's the list where it goes up?
The left
Oh,
it's
column,
on there.
or the
Okay,
rightmost
yeah,
column, excuse me. And
Okay, yeah, 3 is 2d6, and then at level 5 you get 3d6.
get 10d6 at level 20 or 19.
I mean, yeah.
I mean,
That's a lot of fucking damage.
I mean, yeah.
How much are you smiting for?
I mean,
I don't know.
rogues get a crap ton of damage if. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, the table says 1d6 on D&D Beyond, so weird. Can't wait for Uncanny Dodge.
Smite only goes up to 68.
Plus weapon damage,
Yes.
plus extra attacks. You can do that twice,
Yeah.
technically.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, I'm telling y'all, I'm really excited about the swashbuckler features. So, fancy footwork is great because as long as I make a melee attack, no matter whether I hit it or I
A what?
can a melee attack.
A what?
Then
That's not a
anyway,
word.
yeah, it is. Anyway, if I make it, whether I make it or not, I can still disengage and get the heck out of dodge.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually looking forward to us having a combat next session. I feel like the level 3 of these characters is going to be fun to actually fight with.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a real struggle because we had no hit points and we're doing no damage.
Speak
were
for
doing
thyself.
Elspeth with murdering fools.
I know. What? Poor Elspeth.
The Butcher of Falkhaven.
Elspeth's like, maybe if we go in and we just knock them out, and then the first guy she sees, she'll touch dead.
Fucking murked.
Like, oh god, this is not good. We've lost her for good.
So I have a question. Was that splitting up the? You split up the town monies?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, because we're going to take the job.
So I needed to have that
against-
conversation before we did it.
All right.
Against Merkin's
I wasn't sure what you decided.
against Merkin's better judgment, but we're gonna do it.
I mean, is it better?
Well, I mean, he thinks it is. Right? I mean, hey,
Hi.
I don't know what I did with my token.
What about it?
My token for Alex. I don't know what I did with it. On my computer.
Like the picture?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's in the Discord somewhere, I assume.
Yeah, but that's a hellish way to find it. I mean, it's thousands of messages back. There's no way I'm gonna ever find it. I have Earless, but I don't have Alex. Where it is. Anywho. But,
See you guys next time.
Night.
good night.
Alright.
Good night. I'm headed off too.
Bye.
I don't know, honey, I hope you. Where y'all, how far do y'all have to drive tomorrow?
About 3 hours.
That's not too bad.
Maybe a little
And
more.
you took the pupper to a kennel or whatever?
Yeah, he's gone.
Forever?
No.
Yep. Hopefully.
Ted finally ate him.
Yeah. I doubt that's the case, but no. Mine would never come to me so I could show y'all her haircut. She's so cute too. She's so rotten. Such a rotten girl. She's been just hanging out, waiting for me to get off the D&D. All right. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later.
Night.
Alright. I put your token in there.
Oh, thank you. I'll where did you put it? Put it in
Discord.
D&D info?
I don't know. In
Yes.
the one I had open.
You did. You did put it in there.
What are you doing?
Well, I'm gonna fix that up. What's
Good
that?
night, guys.
Night,
Good
honey.
night, hon.
What
Trying
am
to
I
figure out
doing?
what Cog's doing. Yeah.
Trying to make a macro for long rest.
That
What?
doesn't seem like it go wrong at all.
What?
I have to I literally have I have to update my hit dice, reset my divine sense, lay on hands, channel divinity,
Oh, forgot about his dice.
Oh
and
no.
all my spell slots.
Wow.
It's kind of
All that
bullshit
work.
that there's not just a default long rest.
Well,
So-
I get 1 hit dice back.
Hmm?
Anyway.
Anyhow, to
Do you want
bed.
the token or do you want the actual picture?
Huh?
Do you want the token or do you want the
No,
actual
no, I
picture?
have the picture. I wanted the token so that I could fix my token when I don't have the video.
Okay.
Because it's